What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's me, your boy Trey, and this is where it's the place to be. E2G Sports Network presents Force Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in with us this morning as we get to the beginning of the week. Welcome back. Hope y'all had a gracious day and everything. So of course today we got a couple of people which we're gonna have on discussing, talking to some of these sports topics today. Y'all know it was a a pretty good battle last night between two particular teams. It is what it is. But like I said, I got a couple of special guests today. One of the first special guests, as you, my man, Bishop. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I swear, man. That's why I had to simple represent this morning. Bang, bang, not a game. Yeah, we took an L. We got, we got two piece, but what I'm saying, we here. And what I'm saying, this I knew he was gonna come in. See, this is why I gotta put up with this morning. Hopefully, what I'm saying, today we're supposed to have Eric come on. We got Tanya Rankins representing the ALP Alpha Lambda side that's gonna be here today.
WGOWG freaking O. What's going on, family? How y'all doing on this Monday? Don't mind what's behind me. Y'all may not be able to see it because we still got stuff going on in the house. But know one thing. How about them Eagles? Let's go.
That's what we do. We switching up terms and saying today.
Yes, man, because I'm tired of hearing about how about them. How about them Eagles? Yeah, baby. Oh, we got Fred on here today. We got Punchline in the building. Let's go.
What's up?
I know you got a. Oh, is he running from home?
See,
Is he running from home? Hey, man, you always got a crib, bro. Come on. If you need somewhere to stay, man, come on to the crib, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. Because we all know his wife is a Dallas Cowboy. Yes.
So, what I'm saying, I just want to take the time, of course, to bring on our fact, for those that don't know, Andre Farrell, aka Brother Punchline of the Side Row 5 Military Fraternity
Incorporated. Let's go.
What I'm saying? But Punchline has a particular couple of skill sets. One, of course, what I'm saying, namesake is everything is in a name. I tell you guys, what I'm saying. So when we take a look at it, what I'm saying, I would like, I know Dior probably is watching, so I would like to take the credit for the name in which Punchline had, but I would say that it was a share thing. What I'm saying. Only thing I'll say is that he beat me. I couldn't get it out fast enough. But of course, like I said, it's a double entendre when you talk about the name in which we have. So, like I said, we have our brother Punchline on here, Andre Farrell, in which his reason for coming on today is not just to talk about the last couple of shows in which he did, in which we'll let him speak on that, but additionally to sit up and give us some insight to those thumpings that we're going to talk about shortly, briefly this morning. It was a couple of beatdowns this past weekend, in which we're going to get to, of course. But Punchline, what's good with you this morning, brother? What's going on?
What up, Fred?
I'm tired. I got in late last night. I didn't get a chance to watch the game, but I did see the game. My wife, she was going. She's like, "Oh, Cowboys, you scored!" I'm like, "Oh hell!" And these two scored. Eagles scored that last touchdown. I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, baby." Like she like, I was just gonna turn it off.
Yeah. Did she go to bed early? Because I know she mentioned she may go to bed early, hoping for a turnaround.
She went to bed. I'm glad because I didn't need those troubles in my life. Okay. She yelled at me because I liked the comment that somebody had posted on her page. Like, I don't be doing that about your team. I'm like, I be talking about my team. So it's all
And let them know who your team is there, Punchline. Who's your team?
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
That is they pulled one out yesterday. Mitchell Trubisky back in the building.
Yeah, so, Mitch made it back.
So Punchline, what I'm saying, Mr. Farrell, Andre Farrell, you was just saying you was coming back. Where were you coming back from?
So I was in Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio. I was there my comedy special.
Okay, comedy. Okay, so let's talk
Oh,
on that.
nice,
Let's talk on that.
nice. How was it?
Oh, they showed up and showed out. It,
That's
Okay.
what's
it
up,
was
man. That's what's up.
two shows, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be it's gonna be oh my god, it's gonna be great. I'm telling you, the guy who shot my special, his name's David Petlansky. He already filmed a couple people's specials, like my buddy's special is called I'm Sick of It.
Mm-hmm.
He's on 8 different streaming platforms. Amazon Prime just picked him up not too long ago. I actually wrote on his special,
Okay.
so I'm behind the scenes too.
Okay,
But it was my turn to come to the stage. Man, the bar is set. We gonna have a. I can't wait to see the final product. I got
nice.
some stuff in there. Like y'all gotta be looking in the background and everything else. I got something involving the frat.
That's what's
Okay.
up.
It,
That's what's up.
So you
it's
know what?
all
It's funny that you say something about behind the backgrounds, but I get what you. It's like something I thought about last night. But we got a collab that's coming up that you don't know about yet. So we'll sit up and talk and get to that, of course, like that. So, like you said, one of the reasons what we bring it on here, of course, additionally outside of his comedy and doing his thing, and you're saying throwing barbs in the on that stage, Punchline tends to throw barbs in another place.
in the ring.
In the ring, of
Boy,
course. Yes, sir.
it's the trust. Boy, I can throw these.
That's what's up. That's what's
Oh
up.
yeah.
Say
So
he the knuckle up, knuck if you buck, huh?
that's right. Amateur boxing. Grew up boxing. My dad was a boxer, Golden Gloves champ in Ohio. A short stint at the professional career, very short. And then he figured out that wasn't gonna pay the bills. So he stayed in the gym. He would take me with him, training and everything else. Then I grew up amateur boxing. I probably boxed. I probably had no. I've had over 50 fights.
Hmm.
Um, I stopped for a long time. Like once I joined the military, I stopped. Um, then I came back to it like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had another fight at 34, but
Mm-hmm.
boxing is a young man's game. I felt every bit of it.
That part. That
Yo,
part.
don't do that. Don't do that punchline. Don't do that punchline because this dude, I have. I'm telling. I keep on telling this man that I plan to get out there on the gridiron at least one more time, and he
So
keep on trying to sit up and sell me like.
so
So as
punchline.
much. Wait, just wait. I got
So
it. I'm coming.
punchline. I'm gonna tell you right. I tried. I have. I told this kid right. We almost. Well, I'm already. Excuse me. 51 to be exact. This man is pushing 50. Yet and still, he wants
I
to
got
go out there.
4 years outside
Hey,
of that.
he wants to go out here and still relive his Tom Brady years and try and play some flag football. I said, look, I'm trying to told you.
I,
The stuff we did 12 years ago, bro, is not going it's not going to translate at the age in which you are right now, sir. I'm
I, was-
telling you, it
I know the
rolls
feeling.
differently, my bro.
I know the
It
feeling.
rolls.
I never.
Oh, there you go, Rollo in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
I,
do.
I
I ain't gonna lie, it takes some getting used to, bro.
Oh, I know the feeling. Cause I was like
Nah,
that. I was like, I never want to be that guy to live those. Hey, back in the day, yo, he was a bad man. Yo,
Right.
I'm good with that now. Cause people
nah.
know.
I'm finna get my Al Bundy on. I'm telling you,
And we seen what happened to Al. We
Four
saw
touchdowns.
exactly what happened.
4 touchdowns.
Four
That's the instant
touchdowns.
you're gonna say. Everyone's gonna say it's gonna be the revolution will be televised. I'm letting you know that now.
Man,
Rob, what's good with you this morning, brother?
y'all gonna see Trey laid up in in the hospital with cast on. I'm telling y'all, man. What up, Anthony? What's
What's
good?
good,
What up?
Ant?
What
What's
up?
good? What's
What
good?
up, Insight?
GDKG, what's going on?
Insight. What's good? What's good?
So, get into this real quick, real quick. Over the course of the weekend, there was a bunch of
What up,
fisticuffs, as my
Alvin?
man Punchline was just saying. When you could, oh, now all the Philadelphia fans coming out. Ain't
Hey,
this some goodness gracious?
we
Y'all like them
bringing
damn
it,
Cowboys? I
baby.
tell you,
Let's go. Let's go.
if y'all ain't heard the name before, Clarissa Shield wins her women's middleweight title over Savannah Marshall in a unanimous decision after 10 rounds over in the UK. She was basically avenging her only loss as an amateur over a decade ago. That's a long time to sit on something and be like, yo, this chick beat me 10 years ago, and I need to get my get back. At this point, Kalista Shield hopes to pursue her undisputed the chance at an undisputed championship with the WBA's champion Hyun Min Choi. Of course, additionally, when you take a look at some other things on such style to Kalista, also on the over the course of the weekend, Saturday was chocked with the fights. Caleb Plant. I don't know how many of y'all seen the with Punchline shaking his head. I'm very sure he's seen it. I asked y'all gentlemen, right? Talking, right? We tend to talk. People talk a lot. We talk a lot. They'll say hero. We talk a lot of mess. Bishop talked a lot of mess about Oklahoma. I talked a lot of mess about USC. The only person that could still continue to go is Ron because Michigan was undefeated. But you talk, you know what I'm saying? When you sit up and talk, you got to back that up. Caleb Plant and Anthony Durrell faced off in a preliminary match for the super middleweight and of course to get to the super middleweight, back to the superweight middleweight title. Of course, the holder Canelo Alvarez, undisputed champion, currently holding that belt. And so there was a lot of talking. Anthony Durrell, Caleb Plant. It's one thing to talk. It's the other thing to get knocked out while talking, in my opinion.
That part.
Durrell, ninth round, sleeper. That was a Caleb.
Night.
And then Plant, the disrespect. Where he stood up and was throwing throw dirt on them, zip them up. You know, that's my term, zip them up. I'm quick with the zip them up. Zip them up. It's over. Did you see any? Was Caleb Plant flawless in this? I don't know if you seen it. Punchline. Did you check? Did you get to see that match?
So I did see highlights.
Okay.
He walked in there. He was a man with a game plan, man.
Okay.
Darrell, I'm sorry. Yeah, he got put to sleep. It was bad. It was bad. And when Caleb Plant has a game plan, like he looks good when he has a game plan. Like I believe he had all the potential to beat Canelo the first time, but he kind of veered off from that game plan. Like anybody can beat anybody. Any day you catch somebody on a bad day, or not focused, like it's a wrap. Like boxing is truly a chess match. So
okay.
And then it's somebody who we not even talking about who I think Canelo really ducking is Boo Boo Andre, Demetrius Andre.
Oh, Demetrius Andre, yeah. And I was about to ask that. So who's next up for Caleb now? I know Jamar Charlo was in the building. He was in the stands. They was having a conversation back and forth. Of course, I know he did say Charlo, I hope to see you soon. You still got Golovkin. He's still in the out there. Benavidez, who currently holds one of those belts. Alvarez, of course, is the top dog, in which everyone's trying to get to, and which Plant is basically saying this is his revenge tour. And he said, but whoever's in the way of him getting to where he got to get to is who's going to get it. So, who do you think is next for Caleb?
Most definitely, but nowadays styles make the fights. Styles make the fights, and when you got different fighters, and those under different promoters, like some of it's not going to happen. Like I would love to see Charlo do it, but to me, Charlo fights are boring. Styles make fight. Charlo, right. I mean, I think that would be a good fight, like boxing wise, but styles make fights. Charlo's fights are kind of boring to me.
Okay.
Kind of boring to a lot of people.
So what about this particular fight? First round knockout, Deontay Wilder over Robert.
But they already saying it's funny how Wilder can knock out him, but can't knock out Fury.
And that's what I was about to ask that question. But go ahead, Punchline, sir.
So there we go with this one. So what Deontay beat that boy in 2 minutes and 50 seconds, right?
Yes.
Yep.
After being off for a whole year after those, because his only 2 losses came from Tyson.
Yes.
Right.
So in the business, this is what we call, a confidence builder. You know, they
Hmm.
picked what's the dude, Hellenius?
Yeah,
Hellenius?
Helenas.
They
Yes.
they picked Hellenius for a reason. Okay. Yeah, he got a good he got a good record. I think he was like 30, 39 something fights or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He beat up on some people who beat up on some people. He beat up on the one guy, I can't think
What
of his
up, Key?
name,
What's
but
good, Key? Good morning.
he was beating on the younger Klitschko.
Okay.
Oh
And
yeah, 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 yeah. The brother, the younger
and
brother. Yeah.
Hellenius, yeah, Hellenius beat that guy. So but he was coming off some good fights. But like I said, you heard me just say this, like boxing is a young man's sport. Hellenius, he old. He
Yeah,
an
he
old
is.
dude.
Yeah.
So he was picked for a reason. It's like, I need to fight a couple fights to build my confidence. Like
Hmm.
that's how they look at it. But man, uh,
He called him
yo,
square. And
he
it didn't look like it was a short. I understand it was a shorthand right, and Hellenius fell into it as well, which a lot of that was going on last over on Saturday. But to sit up and how they setting it up now, like was that
What up, Mustang?
in y'all opinion, was that enough to say that okay, Deontay is ready again to even sit up and try to
Mm-mm.
put him
Mm-mm.
to even try
Mm-mm.
to put him in there talking about
Mm-mm.
Tyson bringing Tyson ain't coming back.
Mm-mm.
Even if it was a
Tyson done beat this man too many times for the
I
for
wouldn't
him
even
to
come
keep
back. I was like,
come back
why
from
would I
it.
potentially mess up
No.
my legacy and my status by coming back? I
And
don't
he
give a damn who he is. I'm not coming back. I'm
uh,
and
good.
Tyson done beat him convincingly. That's the thing. He's beating him convincingly. There's nothing to come back from on that. You can't
no,
twice.
not
Look, you
not
can't.
at all.
You
Because
can't. In my opinion, you can't.
that first one, he was like, "Oh my, the thing I wore to the ring, it was too heavy."
Yeah, then he wore
Yeah.
it. And then
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
wore it like on Saturday or
He wore
portions
that
of
thing
it.
again?
Yeah, he had it on Saturday.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't
not
watch it.
that, but he had some of the remnants of it to the fact. So I just don't believe. So in any case, not coming back for if Tyson isn't the person to get, who y'all think is a good fight for him to get back to?
Oh man, there's so many up and coming heavyweights, man. Let him fight Anthony Joshua.
Mmm.
That'll
Mmm.
be
That'd
that'll
be a
be a
good
good
one.
one. You
Yeah.
know, Joshua coming off a loss
That would be a good one.
from his last fight. So
Yeah,
put
from
them boys together.
Usyk.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, put them boys together, or let him fight Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
That's
there's
not a
so many.
bad. Those, yeah. Tyson just ain't it though.
Nah.
I don't think people will pay to see that fight again.
Oh
People
no,
trying to
because
see that fight.
Tyson Fury, I believe everybody, like, there's a boxer in every category that has another boxer's number, and Tyson Fury is the one who has Deontay Wilder. Like this, that's it. Like you're done. He had your number. He's uh, he's your size, but he can box. He can
Hmm.
fight. He can brawl. He can do everything. And to me, like Deontay, what, 42 and something, 42 and
Yeah.
two.
Two.
42
What?
and 2.
42.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
42 and
wait,
2.
43, because he just won. He
Well, 43 and
43,
2. 43 and 2, yeah.
43 and two with 40. All his wins except for one has been that decision he got over Tyson.
Okay.
Or no, the draw. No,
The draw.
Draw.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
draw.
they did
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
draw.
Um, but everything else has been knockouts. So
That
he
part.
has the power. So you put him up against somebody that can box, because remember that second fight against Fury, he was training with somebody else to teach him, hey,
Mhm.
this is boxing. Like you gotta box. You can't go out there and expect you're gonna knock everybody out. You
Right.
Hmm.
have to box.
Right.
So
Facts. Straight facts.
and
So
that's what Fury can do. Fury can
Roger.
box.
He
Yes, and
can.
of course, what like we said, Fury currently is saying he's retired. So we don't know if it is. Like I said, I wouldn't come out of retirement. I just have to call
For
it what
what?
it is. And then lastly, the undisputed lightweight championship, Devin Haney, the rematch with George Kambrosas Jr., in which
He beat
basically went the
Brooks
same
off.
way. Again, yeah,
Brooks
just
off
they
the chain.
just fought in June, in which he
He beat the
Molly
Brooks.
whopped him,
Yeah.
and then here they come back again. Now, do we have finally we get to see a setup with Lomachenko and Haney potentially?
Oh my God. So yo, this second fight, I seen some sparks in Cambros.
Mm-hmm.
Um like that like the first half of the fight, he was like really aggressive. Like he came out like he had something to prove. But
Mhm.
Devin is a man, Devin, that dude,
Haney
he
ain't
is
no
the truth.
joke. Yeah, Haney ain't no
He
joke.
is the truth.
Haney ain't no
Like
joke.
that the first fight, it was just like a clear cut, like this is how you box, and I'm gonna teach you this. And that second fight, like he came out more aggressive. Cambros came out more aggressive. Haney, being Haney, he just did what he did, adjusted, and freaking got the decision. Like it was it was hands down. Like for me, I seen the highlights of that fight each round. I'm like,
Right,
okay, yeah, Haney, you did that. Like Haney,
right.
hands down. So Haney Lomachenko, man, Lomachenko to me is trash. Okay,
Mm.
Mhm. Okay,
like you
that's
had
how you really
like
feel.
my man, my man Teofimo gave everybody the blueprint.
Okay.
Like Teofimo gave Lomachenko the
The
business.
insight.
In the last two fights that Lomachenko had, those were those confidence builders.
Okay.
And
You
you
just said that. Talked about that confidence builders, putting people.
exactly. And you stepping in the ring, Lomachenko with Devin Haney, that boy gonna teach you a boxing lesson. Now don't get me wrong, Lomachenko, he good. He got like I love his footwork. Like
Mhm.
that boy footwork. But
There's a
when you
reason why he's been mentioned.
Right,
yeah
right. He's
exactly.
in the
But
conversation. The whole
but
reason
when
why
you
he's in the
have
conversation.
a whole all around boxer who can do it all as Devin and Devin Haney, like throw the towel in. Like hey, I'm giving that to Haney.
Okay, okay, okay.
If they sign that, I'm giving that to Haney.
Okay. So shifting a little bit, moving on to a different type of fight. Damn, man, this was not my week in my sports. I'll tell
It
you that.
sure
It,
was not. It wasn't.
anyway, don't worry, because New York gonna get taken. The Yankees gonna get taken care of tonight. Let's
That ain't
go.
gonna happen.
Let's go.
That ain't gonna happen.
Let's go, Cleveland. Damn it. So, of course,
That
first and foremost,
that ain't gonna happen.
in the Major League Baseball, as we keep on talking about the fight for the World Series is amongst us. It's in full swing. Houston sweeps the Seattle Mariners 3-0 in their series, in the best of five series, with the win over the course of the weekend, with the 1-0, with their deciding 1 point game. To take their series. Of course, some favorites was eliminated. The San Diego Padres eliminate the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-3 to take the series 3-1 on what was it, Saturday, I believe. The Philadelphia Phillies in the building take out last year's World Series
Ooh,
champions, the
that's
Atlanta Braves.
that another Philly team you said?
The Atlanta Braves.
Oh,
What
okay.
we not going to do is like, you know what? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Like I said, they win their series 3-1. And of course, like I said, the New York Yankees was able to hold off the Cleveland Guardians
Hold
with
off.
a
Weren't we
hold
up
off
the
for
whole
tonight.
time? Were we up the whole game? How did we hold off?
But y'all lost 4-2. I'm talking about hold them off in the series, because
Oh,
had y'all lost that game, y'all
what's
would be
going
at
on,
home with
Knie?
the rest of us right now. Is basically what I'm saying.
Mm.
But of course, the ACLS is going to be played. Before
Oh, here
the
he come
last
with
game.
this. Look at this. Look at this, Trey. Look at this. This Cowboy, the Astros. Any other time, how about them? But today we done jumped to the Astros. Really, that's what we doing, Flip? Oh, okay, Flip.
Tonight, the New York Yankees will be taking on like I said, the Cleveland Guardians for their deciding game. Someone has to lose. Someone has to go home. Who would it be? Let's go Cleveland, in my opinion. Of course, the ALCS is looking to be paid. As we said, the winner of the Yankees Cleveland game will play Wednesday night versus Houston Astros for the ALCS. The San Diego Padres and Philadelphia Phillies will play Tuesday night in their first game of the NLCS to determine who will go to the World Series and represents their conference.
Facts.
I, I see for some reason
Your
these
your
Phillies
bro
have
love
been
Ron. Go ahead. I'm listening to Flip Mode. I mean not Flip Mode. Punchline.
yeah, those Phillies have been playing some good baseball,
Don't
man.
don't don't do that, man. Don't do that.
I,
You got two
I'm
Philly
sorry.
natives on the line, And the stuff I got all my life, and the stuff I wish I
Let's
got put up
go.
with, you know what I'm saying,
Let's
different
go,
things.
man.
Like this was like,
It was
and then
just
the fact that
oh, just the
USC
fact.
lost this week
I
and
was just about
Oklahoma
to say,
won.
thank you, Trey, because I was just about to hit it. USC lost this weekend. I love the face of Caleb Williams. How he came off, it looked like he had tears in his eyes. I just enjoyed that to the fullest. It felt so good. Lincoln Riley went down. Oh, I was so happy to Utah. It felt so. I loved it. And then
And
I think the cherry on the top was no, that
misery
wasn't the
loves
cherry.
company.
This was the whipped cream. That was that was the cake. The whipped cream was when
What's
the
good, Jay?
49ers lost. Oh, that was even better. The 49ers lost with Garoppolo, and then even got better as the night went along.
Good morning, Kim. Good
The
morning.
boys came through, and them Eagles took out the Cowboys. Boy, it's just a great weekend.
Rod, you see how this go, Rod? We
Just
could
a great weekend, y'all, man. I love it.
we couldn't find this dude come 2 weeks ago. We couldn't find this man. It was an APB out. People was talking about, you know, say, hey, is Bishop okay?
Oh man.
You know,
What
go ahead, Rod.
it's what Andre just kept talking about. This is like a boxing match. You gotta pick your spots. You know what I mean? We ain't seen Bishop. We ain't seen Bishop in weeks. Right back on time to be on top.
That's
Just
right,
in
baby.
time, just in time. I sit up and tell you, like Bishop. Unfortunately, he was just talking about, in which I gotta sit up and we gotta report it. Oh my good! And you know what's BS, Rod? This man was nowhere. We had jokes for days talking about Oklahoma. They lost 2 games in a row. We ain't seen Bishop for them 2 weeks in which the 2 games they lost in a row. And this and up jumps the boogie. Look where he's at. Come with the first game that USC loses. Oh my goodness! I said
What's up, Rich AP, bro? What's good, man?
you
Hey,
can't
man. You know,
you
I was
can't
busy,
write
man.
the
Had a lot
script for
going on in the
this
past 2 weeks. Had a lot going on, moving. You know, a whole
stuff.
lot of things, man, went on this past couple of weeks.
So of course, when we sit up and talk about what happened over the last week in college football, what was then the top 25? Of course, Georgia took on Vanderbilt, went getting securing their number 1 spot, 55-0. Number 3, Alabama faced off against number 6 Tennessee, in
Shouts
which it
out to
was a hell
AP,
of a
man.
game for the most part. Tennessee was outrunning. Alabama put their track shoes on and was
Hey,
like,
I'm just
yo,
telling
this
you,
ain't
I
standing
just
for
need to
name.
know one thing, Trey. Did all
Yes,
the
sir.
Alabama fans stay at the Hyatt Hotel? Did all the Alabama fans stay at the Hyatt Hotel? Because they should have. Because that boy ran crazy on Alabama. This man had over 200 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns.
God,
Like
5 touchdowns on Alabama
like
by
6 receptions
himself.
too, right?
Right. 200 over 200 yards receiving. They had to stay at the Hyatt because that boy Hyatt beat the brakes off Alabama by
Himself.
himself.
Look at Half White in the comments with the boomer. He's
Yeah, I
like
see him.
70
I
something.
see him. Man, shout out to you, Rich AP, man. Tennessee came in there with the Vols, bro. They had that orange all over the stadium, man. Knoxville. Man, shout out to Tennessee for doing what they did. They almost gave it away, though. They almost gave it away. They
Another
tried their best.
another orange team that was
almost.
that
Are
was
we ever gonna get that flagpole back?
I don't know, bro. That's a good question. I don't know. We're gonna see.
another orange team. Clemson pulled off 34-28 not upset 34-28 win over Florida State to hold on to their number 4 at that time. Penn State in Michigan, number 5 ranked Penn State versus number 10 ranked Michigan, handily take care of business. Michigan is on the mission, it seems, winning 41. Here we go with Applewhite with the BS. 41-17.
Mm.
Number seven USC faced off against number 20 Utah, which it was a pretty good game. It didn't end. All I can sit up and think about, if we stop them on this 2-point conversion, the game is ours. It's over. We can sit up and go home and be in the top 5. Unfortunately, that wasn't the outcome. USC loses to Utah 43-42, 1 point in the last seconds. Oklahoma State takes the L to TCU. Number 8 falls to number
They
13,
was 30. They was
40
up
to
30 to
42.
14 and got come back on by TCU.
Mm.
I don't know what's up with the Oklahoma teams, man.
Auburn faced off against number 9 Ole Miss, in which Lane Kiffin and company took care of business, winning 48-34. Number 15 ranked North Carolina State against number 18 Syracuse. Syracuse is trying to make a difference. They's like, yo, we here, we in the building. New York, stand up. 24-9 over the Wolfpack of North Carolina State. Mississippi State against number 16 ranked. Number 16 ranked Mississippi State against number 22 ranked Kentucky. The Blue Bloods, Blue Bloods still representing, winning 27-17 with the upset. Number 19, Kansas, another Blue Blood, I thought was going to sit up and take care of business, although they were without their Heisman hopeful Jalen Daniels, as he is done for the season. But in any case, a win is a win. Oklahoma gets the W, 52-42 over number 19 ranked Kansas.
Boom, Sooners. Let's go.
Iowa State falls to Texas, 22nd ranked Texas, 21-24. The Illini still standing 26-14 as they hold on to the 24th rank. And of course, just as soon as they got there, they're gone. James Madison, as they got into the top 25 for the first
He
time,
said as soon as they get there, they're gone already.
they're gone as they took an L to Georgia Southern, losing 45-38. As we stand now, the top 25. This is BS.
It's come out already?
Yes, number 25, Tulane. Tulane has entered to the top 25. At number 24, Mississippi State. NC State comes in at number 23. North Carolina back in the top 25 again, like they never left at number 22. Cincinnati at number 21.
Duke.
Texas moves up 2 spots to number 20. Kentucky, number 19. Illinois number 18. Kansas State at number 17. They're in the play. Penn State number 16. Utah moves up 5 spots to number 15. Syracuse moves up to number 14. Wake Forest is number 13. USC drops 5 spots to number 12. Oklahoma State is number 11. Oregon number 10. UCLA number 9. At 8, you see TCU. Number 7, Ole Miss. Alabama drops 3 spots to number 6. Clemson moves up to number 5. Michigan, why the disrespect, Ron? Michigan holds fast as number 4. Of course, the top 3, Tennessee moves up 3 spots with 15 first place votes to number 3. Ohio State, number 2, with 17 first place votes. And Georgia, of course, holding it down at number 1. Any discrepancies in that gentleman? Should Alabama still be in the top 5? Top 10?
Wait, who was the what was the number? Alabama fell in that.
They're number 6 now.
And where did Tennessee go to?
Tennessee's number 3.
Oh, so they flipped.
They flipped, yeah.
Okay. No, that works. I don't see a problem with that. That makes sense.
Hope to beat Georgia.
I don't see that happening. That's gonna be a good game though, Eric. Tennessee and Georgia gonna be a damn good game, but I don't see them beating Georgia though.
Say top.
We're not gonna get back into the top 25. We're not.
Nobody see a problem with Alabama dropping 3. That's what Bishop.
No, I don't. I don't see a problem with them dropping 3. No, they lost to Tennessee. We could be number 50. Where y'all at? Where them Cowboys at though?
Here you go,
Marcus. Y'all right. Y'all second, right down. Y'all right above the Commanders. Right here.
So moving right along, of course, gentlemen, NBA conversation. Real quick before we get into it, because y'all know the NBA season about to start tomorrow. First game's popping up coming through.
Yep, game 1 tomorrow.
But of course,
Brooklyn stand up, baby.
Prayers go out to Dikembe Mutombo, as he was discovered to have a brain tumor in which he has to get removed. Of course, additionally, Nate Robinson, as we all know him, the last thing we know from speaking of boxing, getting knocked out by Jake Paul. But he is currently facing a renal kidney failure, which he has to get treated for that. So it's yeah, it's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? As we say, bigger than basketball, bigger than sports. But of course, our condolences, prayers go out to those families. But you know what? That brings me back. Let me run it back real quick. Punchline, Bishop, Ron, if you can hear us. What do y'all think about these? I think Bishop, we've talked about it before about the Jake Pauls and stuff like that. Now he's about to fight Anderson Silva, one of the greatest
Man, you know what?
MMA
I'm
fighters.
not. I'm not even finna answer that. I'm gonna let Andre, who's a professional, I'm gonna let him answer
I
that because I really think Jake Paul. I'm tired of hearing that dude name. To be honest with you, but go ahead.
I hate both of them. Man, I'll fight these dudes. I'll fight both of them. Like you fight, you're not even fighting boxers at that. You're fighting old MMA fighters and dudes who's never been in the ring and everything. Like you fought Nate Robinson. Like you could tell Nate just had training like 2 minutes before the fight. The way Nate was fighting. So everybody get in the ring, be like, yo, I know what boxing is, until they really face a boxer. So
Until they don't know. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
he
Until
ain't
they
get,
don't know.
they don't get no respect. I mean, good on
Now
them. They making
his
money.
brother faced Mayweather.
And Mayweather was about to give him the business. You seen how he
That
was
last second,
leaning
the
on
last
him
year.
and hoping on him and everything else.
Yeah.
That's what he had to do. But
Right.
they was making money. They made their money. I mean, they looking at it. I look at it like they doing it as a gimmick.
Yep. Absolutely. Get rich
To
scheme.
make
Like
money.
it's a get rich
Uh,
scheme type of thing.
and
That's all it is.
people keep paying to watch it. So
That part.
if
That part.
it's broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And this is
That
what they
part.
doing. They
Are
making
they do?
money.
Let me ask you this though: do you think they are making a mockery of the sport?
No, I wouldn't say it. No,
Okay.
no, not at all. I mean, I seen Jake Paul, the younger one. I've seen him train. Okay, yeah, whatever. Like to me, I like. I'm just old school. Because you see them hitting the mitts. They're doing like 35 hit combos and everything else. Boy, ain't nobody gonna be there for them 35 hits.
Oh,
Saying you ain't even keeping it 100.
Ain't no one get that type of flurry off.
You're right.
Ain't no man. You ain't playing Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct when you get those 64 hit combos and everything else. This is real life, man. Maybe
Yeah, get out the game. Get
four
out the
at
game.
the most.
Yeah.
4 at the most, and get out of there, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody throwing 10 punch combinations. Ain't nobody. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And fight. If you fight a boxer, fight a boxer, not no MMA guy who,
like he said,
fight a boxer.
Love you too. Yeah, that's what Anthony Price said. Why have boxing matches and not fight boxers?
Exactly.
It's about the money.
About exactly. That's like that rough and rowdy. Anybody can get in there and they throw boxing gloves on them, and you say it's a boxing match. It's not. It's just a street fight with dudes with boxing gloves. So
that part.
So
yeah. But yeah, I never thought about that. But like you said, it comes down. Saying influencers, they get it in as best they can.
Right.
The one boxer which that is probably around, they can't seem to get them, could never get them to sit up and get them. Isn't it Fury's brother or something like that, or someone's brother?
Oh, it's Tyson Fury, brother. He trash too.
Well, I've heard, you know what I'm saying, but I mean that's about as close as he's going to get to this point. I mean, but I'm very sure someone out there which they can get a hold of is like, yo, someone's trying to come up, and you can give them an opportunity to fight them for real and validate what it is in which you're talking about. So
it's a lot of people out there. I mean, there's some big boys. They ain't small. Them dudes are not small. This dude, it's like when Rocky was fighting Drago. Like that's so they some big boys. But if they fought a boxer, I'm pretty sure like their tune would change. Like once they fight, if the first time he fought a boxer, it's a wrap. Like he not doing that no more. Like
he's like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and retire. I got some other stuff.
I got my money. It was fun. Now I got to do something else for shock value.
So of course, like you're saying, moving back into Oh nah, I'm very sure he can't. Try to get that man murdered.
Oh no, that ain't happening. I think Clarissa Shields can beat Jake Paul.
Hell no. Oh my goodness. So
Did Punchline say something about Clarissa Shields
yeah,
fighting Jake Paul?
he said he think Clarissa Shields could be Jake Paul.
That part.
So yeah, I
So
stand by that.
So what we have, of course, like I said, moving back to the pre-NBA. NBA starts tomorrow. It's here. It's back. The round ball is back. Let's go, Lake Show. And that's is always on that on mine.
Here we go.
Cut days today. Teams have to be cut down to 15 to a 15-man roster. So we'll get a chance to see who gets cut off rosters and who's going to be available to be picked up a little later. But of course, some people that we know not getting cut. The Golden State Warriors signed Jordan Poole to a 4-year, $140 million extension. That's $35 million a year. Is Jordan Poole worth $35 million a year at this point? I don't know
I
if
mean, after taking that punch, I mean, you don't have to be worth something. I don't know. We know his chin ain't worth $35 million.
He got the payday for it. They say
For getting punched in the mouth.
Oh man.
There was a pool party this weekend, and DeAndre wasn't invited. Draymond wasn't invited.
That's a hard one. I like Poole. I like his game, but I don't know.
You don't know if you can come back to work after that.
No, man, you can't come back.
If I got punched like that, I'm pulling a Gilbert Arenas. I got all the nines in my locker room. Like somebody's getting shot. That's all I'm saying.
You can tell he's still in his feelings because when they interviewed him, I guess yesterday or whatever day it was this weekend, after getting that bonus or after signing, they asked him. Of course, they was gonna ask him about Draymond, and he said Draymond apologized or whatever, however, but he kind of like left it at that. He ain't never like not only did he not elaborate on it, but if you looked at him and watched the interview, it's like his eyes, it was like he was talking, but he was like thinking. It was like he was thinking in his mind, I'm gonna tell him this, but the first chance I get to get Draymond, I'm wearing it. I'm getting it. It's like because his eyes were so focused, like he wasn't looking at someone, he was like looking down at something as he was talking. So you could tell he was talking and thinking at the same time. Man, Jordan Poole waiting. He's waiting. He is waiting. He's waiting. But he better have them Dukes ready. You better put up your Dukes, man, boy. Put up your Dukes. Because he better have them ready. Because Jordan, man.
Oh,
so
yeah, he was triggered. He was triggered. Once the reporter said Draymond, he was triggered.
So it gets you, of course, Andrew Wiggins signs as well. 4 years, $104 million himself. Mm-hmm. And now we're looking at potentially 23-24 season as Ron comes back in just in time. The tax and payroll, $483 million right now, and they have yet to sign Draymond Green. Ron, is it worth it? 483 to keep that core. Is it worth it? 483 million over the luxury tax. You're not doing it.
They just won a championship. Mm-hmm. So if the Celtics would have won, I guarantee you this paycheck wouldn't have been happening. But
was Poole worth it?
Do it.
Was Poole worth it? $35 million a year.
Y'all know in 2 years the max NBA contract is going to be about $75 million a year. Right now, it may seem like a lot. It is a lot, but it's something they had to do. I hate it. I think Rich hate it too. Jordan Poole's definitely overrated. But What else is Golden State gonna do? They gotta lock him up.
They haven't locked up Draymond yet. Is that Draymond says he feels like it's that his time in Golden State is let's go, Draymond. Come home, baby. Come home. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Here we go with
that's not nonsense. It's setting it up. I believe firmly it's
y'all got too many issues anyway. You got a player over there in the Lakers who don't even want to come to a huddle while they trying to talk it up on the court. You know, he's standing on talking about leave me alone.
I see that. I was watching that game, but I see it in real time. And I was like, yo, what's wrong with Russ?
I don't want to talk to you, Beverly. Leave me alone. Leave me alone,
Really? That's what he did.
Come on, man. You want to bring another dude over there to help. What you want him and Draymond? You want Draymond and Westbrook to tag team? Both of them be talking about, man, we don't want to talk to them. What they talking about? We don't want to talk to them. Y'all got to first get rid of one headache. And y'all gonna bring Draymond over there too. Man, please, ain't no team ever had two headaches like that. Nobody wants the problem.
Y'all got KD and Kyrie.
Nope, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Kyrie is his own inner thing about not wanting to be vaccinated. Why would Westbrook? Let me ask you, Frat, Punchline, Ron. Why would you, as Westbrook, not want to participate in a team huddle on the court? Don't worry, I'll wait. Doom, 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 doom,
as he stated, he came out and said that this is what he has done for years.
No!
Damn.
When did he do that with KD
You almost triggered me.
When did he do that with KD and Harden? When did he do that with Harden again by himself? Like, come on, man. Westbrook ain't did nothing like that, man. Stop it. Westbrook mad because he about to be the sixth man. That's what he mad about. Or the seventh.
That is such a good analogy. That is a good analogy. Yeah. Sauce, that's a good one. Good, Jesus.
Because he knew what was coming out of the huddle was him not getting the ball.
So what we're not going to do? So this is not what we're not going to do. We haven't even started the season yet. We already piling the top. When we get that W tomorrow night.
But y'all already got a riff, Trey. We in preseason. Y'all, Beverly ain't even got his uniform. Still got the tags on. He ain't took the tag off his uniform yet, and he already beefing with Beverly. Bro, the man ain't been there a week yet, and he already got issues, man. Come on, man. Come on.
Russ gonna have to let that grudge go.
Come on, man.
For y'all to be successful, Russ
gonna have to let that grudge go. Or y'all gonna be right back to where y'all was last season. Right back. I'm telling you. That's already a sign. It's a sign already. It's early. Y'all ain't even started playing. Y'all ain't played y'all first NBA regular season game, and then we got this going on already? Come on, man.
Ron, I think we good. Would you say that, Ron? I gotta talk to somebody because me and Ron are here.
I know that's why Ron just shaking his head, looking away.
Oh man, I don't think he makes it past December.
It's gotta be bad, man. When just the simple fact to look over your shoulder, constantly be looking over your shoulder, wondering when conversations is being had and everyone's talking about it. And then if you're messing up, it's like you're getting the scapegoat for the situation.
That was my answer to your question, Bishop, because he wants to trade. That's why he ain't in the huddle. He's like, why am I still here? Russ, nobody else wanted you, dog, or we would have been gone.
Facts. I mean, I like and I like that, Ron. But is that the way to go about doing it? Is that the way to go about doing it? Because you being standoffish to a team huddle, what do you think other teams are looking at? Why would they want to bring that selfishness into their locker room?
Because the fact that we're sitting here talking about this team huddle is being amplified more than what it is.
Andre, don't shake your head to that.
It's
not being amplified more than what do you? How can you, bro? This is I would agree with this. I would agree with you if this was maybe 2 to 3 months down the line.
Mhm.
But we talking the beginning of the season. We haven't even started, and you already had a riff with this dude.
So this is why I look at it as when we play ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never when on sideline. I never stood with the team. I always went down and was in my own zone, down the sideline, looking at the game and analyzing the game and looking over some stuff in my head. That's just what it was. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't set up anything where okay, we wasn't there was a situation or a riff or anything like that. No different from yesterday. Robbie Anderson from the Carolina Panthers, and saying him going off and sitting off
Oh,
to the
that's
side.
that got kicked off the sideline. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
saying
yes, yes.
so. Saying that type of saying sometimes you go being your own, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're not being the team player. You just going through your own stuff right now, and that's just a part of it. I think that's what Russell Westbrook was going through because I mean he was atrocious during that game. He wasn't the best. He wasn't doing the best in that game, and yeah, I think the fact of because Patrick Beverly is who he blew off is why it's being amplified because of the quote unquote them coming in and saying that there was a rift between them. It's just being amplified. And you know what I'm saying? It's because it's content. It's creation of content. And so
Right.
that's where it's at basically. And I think that's why more so is being because had LeBron did that, then it wouldn't have been a problem. Had Rick Rush, Dennis Schroeder did it, maybe it would have been a
It
problem
wouldn't
because
have
the
been a
game.
problem if LeBron would have pulled what Russell pulled.
Yeah, well, no, if LeBron would have been the one calling him because
Okay.
it was Patrick Beverly calling him. It was
Right.
clear when he was calling him. He was like, "Hey," he was trying to, he wasn't coming. But you know what I'm saying. But it like Russell said, he's like, "It's nothing." He's like, He's like, "It's just me." He's like, "I've always done it." He's like, "That." He's like, I'm good. We're good," and stuff like that. So I believe strongly that they're good. Now
You
there's
believe
going to
strongly
probably
he was good last year too.
that's that's gonna be there's gonna be some contention most likely because it's a bumping of heads. So that's likely, you know what I'm saying, no different from us, you know what I'm saying, all being brothers. We all have different things in which we talk about and all of the interstate is, you know what I'm saying, we look at it family, family
Right.
is what's preached. But you know what I'm saying, there's some contention and stuff there. So that's just one of the things. Trey sound like a Laker fan. He's playing the Lakers.
He's
So
like a Lakers fan.
he picked that moment in time to not go and hear what the coach wanted to say or whatever game plan was about to get put out from the coach. Now you,
How many
Trey,
times have y'all
and
had first sorry say
no,
something to
look, look,
y'all?
look, no,
Okay,
no,
okay, go ahead. I'll
look.
listen. I'll listen.
You being a owner, like a owner of a whole basketball team, right? Say you were the coach, and
Uh-huh.
you had specific information to put out, and this guy, he's one of your go-to players, and he just walks smooth the hell out, like I don't want to hear it. Like how would you, as the coach, feel
I'm
about that?
going. We gonna talk. We gonna talk off. Are we going? I want to decide whether if I address it right then and right there, or I'm going to address it later on. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like I was about to say. How many of y'all? How many times have you and first sergeant or your platoon sergeant or any of your squad leaders or something like that? And y'all had a conversation. And you was bringing them in, try to speak, and then you look up, and then you look up, and this dude. And then you look up, and then then you're
Whoa,
having a
bro.
conversation, and he has a look on his face, so he's not. Sometimes you just have to let him kind of be like, and then sometimes, like I said, you decide to handle it when it needs to be handled. I've had situations where I was I was a platoon sergeant, I was putting out some information, and I look up, and there's two people over there talking in the process of me putting out my information. So first time I let it slide. The next time it happened again, I sit up and I stood up and looked at them, and they was talking, and I looked at them, I was like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Just clear and concisely. You know what I'm saying? And it got but the second time around, it got to, they understood because they understood they was in the wrong, and they understood the situation. But you know, it happens sometimes, and we don't know
All right,
what that was
I wonder
about.
what LeBron had to
got
say
it.
about that, bro. I wonder what LeBron, because LeBron was in the huddle. AD trying to get him to the. Um. Yeah, AD trying. AD trying to
AD.
get him to the huddle. Like, come on, bro. Like everybody participating, but you,
Okay,
but you.
so now that I've seen it, I thought it was the coach had called a timeout and the
Oh
team
no.
was huddled around. For that, oh, that ain't nothing, man. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of players do that. I did that maybe once or twice. You just in your head. and you're like, oh,
Thank
whatever
you.
the case may be, you just like, I just need to get myself together. After seeing that, I thought the coach had called. I thought it was like a TV
Oh no,
timeout. The coach
no.
called a timeout, and he just walked up. Oh, yeah, they blowing that out of
Blowing it
proportion.
out. Thank you.
Oh my God! Don't
Thank
do
you.
that. Don't do that, Flip. I mean, don't do that, Punch. Don't do that, Punch. Don't do
No,
that, Punch.
after seeing that,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like
Don't do that,
he's in
Punch.
his head. It's like the situation was going on, and he had to slip it. Like, you know what?
But the game is within reach. It's only a 5 point deficit.
But it was what happened. I think he had got called for the foul or something like
He
that, or he
did.
helped the
He did.
backside or something like that.
He
Yeah,
did get
so
called
that's
for
it
foul.
was one of those situations. So it
Mm.
is it's going to be. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to beat up on my Lakers. That's not going to happen. So of course, definitely, Memphis Grizzlies signed Brandon Clark, the forward Brandon Clark, 4 year, $52 million extension as he gets extended. Unfortunate. No sooner than he got in, he's out. LiAngelo Ball was waived by the Charlotte Hornets, so he's out of there. Milwaukee will be without their guard, Pat Connaughton, for 3 weeks as he's out with a right calf strain injury. So that's a problem for them. Um, your own Brooklyn Nets are going to be without Seth Curry and Joe Harris, both their shooters.
Out for the
Uh,
season.
will be out, saying won't be there for the opener. Just saying it's crazy when we get back into it, everything's going on. Apple White with Grizz time. It's crazy getting back into the situation. Like it's time to go. It's like on the cusp. This, I think, Coach Ryan said it the other day. Uh, Everything is going at this time. Baseball,
Football,
football,
basketball.
college football, basketball, hockey. Like everything is going on all at one time. It's at that time of the year where you get into it. Uh, does that hurt y'all at all, Bishop? Can y'all get through a couple of weeks, the first month without Joe Harris and Steph Curry?
Yeah. Oh yeah. As long as we don't get as long as we don't get no more injuries. Now, if we lose more, if we lose more players, then yeah, that's gonna be detrimental to us. But I think we can hold off. I mean, it's so we all know it's so many games, NBA games over 80 games, so we know that it's plenty of time, for them to come back and still be a huge contributor to the team. So I feel like we'll be all right.
Okay, okay. Another shift, the shift in which I didn't want to hear this day because you know what? It's just one of those things like all you hear stuff and you look at things, especially it made it worse. Once I seen that the 49ers lost and are, you know what I'm saying, but
Hold on. Did y'all see the uniforms that the Spurs? I mean Spurs, because I'm out here. That the uniforms that the Celtics gonna rock tonight.
uh-uh.
The Celtics are rocking some new uniforms tonight, for tonight's game. They're gold accents ready for opening night. So as you see, they change the uniforms. They put a little gold trim around their uniforms, kind of looking like the Notre Dame kind of look in a way, to
Oh.
me.
So
But
they
this
didn't
is
went
what the
with a dark like a hunter green
darker green, hunter green. Yeah,
instead of the Kelly green.
yeah. So they're using that. They're going with that for
Oh, here we go. Look at this.
tomorrow's
Y'all almost made me use
East.
a word.
What's going on, baby? Champions come out, baby. Champions.
Champions. That's what
Champ-
we doing already.
Oh man, I mean we NFC right now. We leading the NFC East, man. Let's go. Stand up, NFC East. Let's go.
I'm waiting for your sister to pull up so
Where them
we can
haters
sit and
at?
really
I
get.
know they here. They here, Steve. Don't worry. They all on. They here. They here. There's one in the left hand corner of my screen with the 90 in the background. That dude. They here.
So what we
They here.
got.
They here.
So you know what? I want. Let's get to some of the other games because we're gonna leave that game. I want to make sure that all y'all are here so I can hear everyone's take on this. So when I'm pulling up, waiting for time for Visionary to pull up,
Okay.
we can get to it. But of course, there was a plenty of other games that took place.
There were. There were. There were. Y'all where? Y'all at home. That's where y'all at right now. So back at the house, working on some things.
Of course, one of the games that took place, the Baltimore Ravens, New York Giants. Ron, where you at? Where Ron at? The Saquon Barkley, boy. I will tell you, Saquon is taking care of business,
Yes.
making things happen. But the Ravens and the Giants, Ravens fall to the Giants 20-24.
That
It's
was
a
a horrible.
dog fight in the NFC East for sure.
That was a
Um,
that was a horrible game, man. Lamar Jackson. So listen, we talked about Lamar Jackson and not getting his contract, right?
yeah.
Yesterday may have hurt him contract wise badly. He totally lost that game for Baltimore with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He lost that game for the Baltimore Ravens with four. He had two turnovers in that game at the end when they could have sealed that game. Two crucial. Don't get me wrong. You try to make plays to try and seal the game, but he made two bad mistakes. Two bad mistakes. He threw an interception after fumbling the ball, picking it up, running instead of just throwing it out of bounds to the line of scrimmage mark, and then he's in the pocket. Very next drive, he's in the pocket. He gets stripped, and they recover, and Baltimore loses that game to the Giants, man.
Lamar, as Bishop would just say, Lamar Jackson 17 for 32, 210 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Kenyon Drake 10 carries, 119
That boy
yards with a
ball.
touchdown. Lamar Jackson 7 for 77 carries. J.K. Dobbins 7 carries for 15 yards. Mark Andrews, as doing what he always does, 7 receptions, 106 yards, 15 and one touchdown. Isaiah Likely 2 receptions, 30 yards. Demarcus Robinson 3 for 27. Devin Duvier 1 for 14. Josh Oliver. Is it fair to say, as I go into the Giants stats, that he needs help? Like he needs help.
Who? Lamar?
Lamar, yeah,
Yeah, I've been
yeah,
said
he
that,
needs
bro.
help, man. You got to get him
I've
some.
been said that. Devin Duvernay's trying to do his thing. Don't get me wrong. But he definitely needs. Excuse me. He definitely need help, man. He's not going to be able to do that. He's not. He's not. He needs
Daniel
some help.
Jones, 19 for 27, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 22 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Jones, 6 for 6. Matt Breida, 3 carries, but a -6. Daniel Bellinger, 5 receptions, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. Wandale Robinson, 37, 3 for 37 with that go ahead touchdown. Marcus Johnson 2 for 25. Darius Slayton 1 for 18. And you know what? The same could somewhat be said the for New York. They don't have any receiving core. I mean, they got Saquon. That's about as good as is going to get there. Um,
But let me say this, right? I will say this about um, Baltimore and Harbaugh.
mhm,
For whatever reason, I feel like they're making a huge mistake by doing what they're trying to do. I watched that game.
mhm.
Lamar Jackson did not. I think he ran two times the entire first half. Two times, I want to say. Two times the entire first half. I feel like Harbaugh is trying to make this man a pocket passer and take away his strength. There's no way that you, as a coach, have one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and you've only allowed this man to rush two times in the first half. There's no way that is your running game. You are making a huge mistake by trying to keep him in the pocket and not force defenses to check him, ensuring that he doesn't gain major yards down the field. And I saw that the second half, which I thought what Harbaugh was doing was he was saving him in the first half and not running him and bringing him out on the third half. I mean, in the second half to run it more because I think he came out running in like the second half like 3 times out the gate. But a lot of times in that game, I saw Lamar normally on a normal what I would call normally what I see Lamar when he gets pressure, he's out that pocket, he gone. He looks down the field, but he out the pocket, he gone. Yesterday, he stayed in that pocket and took sacks that I felt like he wouldn't normally take, and that was disturbing to me. And I really believe that's what Harbaugh is doing, in my opinion.
So of course we have another person. You know what? At this point, it's just I feel like it's about to be
Yeah.
the Tanya and Bishop show. So I mean, go ahead, have it. Like
And what are you talking
I
about,
just
man?
sit here. I just sit here
What are
because
you talking? Whatever are you talking about, Trey? Why? Why would it be the Tanya and Bishop show? Why would it be that? I mean, we get it. We understand what took place last night. We see what's in my background. We know that the Philadelphia Eagles are 6-0, the only undefeated team in the NFL right now. Get it? Understandable. However, I mean, let's keep it 100, man. You know what I'm saying?
so
Yes, yeah, yeah. She's an Eagle. Yeah. She's an Eagle fan. Yes, sir. Rich AP. Yes, Rich AP. That is true. That is true.
so what I will say,
Yes, sir. What will you say?
there was a point in which I'm very sure y'all were quaking in your boot. Did you feel like the whole game was secure?
Absolutely.
Really,
Absolutely.
really.
What did I,
Irrational
what did I
confidence.
tell you, Trey, on Thursday? Because I wasn't on here on Friday. What did I tell you Thursday in regards to Cooper Rush? I told you we would prefer to have Cooper Rush because he hadn't faced a defense like us. Everybody talking about the Rams and Rams and Rams and Rams. I told you Cooper Rush had not faced a defense like ours. In as true form, 3 interceptions. Hello? Is your mic working? Hello? My mic work? Hello? Oh. In true fashion, I told you Cooper Rush was going to do what he did, and he did exactly that. He hadn't seen no defense like that before, bro. He hadn't. Everybody talking about, and I don't. Where are all the? Wait a minute. Where are all the people at? Oh, the Eagles is 5-0 because they ain't played nobody. Have we played somebody now? Have we played somebody now? Don't worry, I'll wait. How about them Eagles? Let's go.
Tanya, sis, how you doing this morning? Am I muted? Oh,
No,
okay, I'm
she's
here.
muted.
Oh, Tanya, you muted?
I think we all know why.
Trey probably got it on. Yeah, you know I told you.
Oh, this is don't even try.
He'll probably rigged it to where Tanya can't talk. You know Trey. He'll find a way to.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shoot.
So, as we Tanya,
Tanya's still trying to figure out how y'all won. As a Cowboy fan, I don't hear y'all with the Cooper Dak talk this morning. No, I'm gonna get into the Cooper Dak talk, bro. I am gonna get into the Cooper Dak talk. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that, CC, because I know you're a Dallas fan. I know you gonna. Yeah, I'm surprised I ain't hear a bunch of the excuses. But let me tell you what I really think about the Cooper Dak situation. The Cooper Dak situation, right? I was explaining to the guys that were over our house because we did have a little party last night. My
oh,
brother,
what happened with the belt? What happened with the
oh,
bet?
yo, I'm about to get into it. My brother-in-law, right? You know, he a big Cowboy fan, right? He had a little crew over here on last Sunday when the Cowboys got their little win last weekend. Oh, the Cowboys finna go take out the Eagles or whatever. Let's make a little bet then. Make a little bet. He's like, yeah. He was like, let's bet. If Cowboys win, you throw on my jersey. You run down the neighborhood talking about how about them boys. I said, okay, bet. The Cowboys lose to my Eagles, though. Guess what? I need you and anybody else that's a Cowboys fan to go ahead and throw that jersey on and hop in that pool, partner. Go and hop in that pool with your jersey on. And of course, in true fashion, we had some wet cowgirls last night. We had some wet cowgirls running through around this park. We had some wet cowgirls. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to Cooper Rush and Dak. This game right here, and Ron, you help me, Andre, Tanya, anybody, even you, Trey.
Nah, I ain't got
This
nothing to
this game right here was a reason for Dallas to bring back Dak. This game right here was to show everybody, oh, we need Dak. We need Dak. We need Dak. I'm telling you. They put Rush out there to the Lions Den, and he got a. That's what they did. And you don't be surprised.
They sent him
I'm
back,
not.
but it wasn't good. He wasn't ready for what happened.
They threw him to the Lions Den. Tom, come on. You've seen it, Miss Frank. They threw him to the Lions Den. That man had no choice but to get thrashed.
I was looking for a chance for the Eagles to be humbled. That's
Yeah, he
all I
wasn't
wanted to
gonna
see.
happen.
Way too much. Be humble. See, this is the thing, Trey. When it comes to
But
the Eagles,
the Dallas doesn't be humble when they win. Y'all
thank
celebrate for
you.
like weeks and days.
Thank Boy, you took the words right out of my mouth.
So no, this is
That
so I
part.
have no dog in the fight.
That part.
Personally, I have no dog
That
in the
part.
fight. But what I'm saying is that it needed an opportunity because right now, like for so y'all quarterback Jalen Hurts has stated that he's tired of hearing about the undefeated
Five
because
and
he
oh.
feels like it's going to hurt. Yeah, he feels like it's going to hurt eventually. It's going to hurt him, and which it might. It might actually be someone. It might be the New York Giants because right now the New York Giants is number 2 in y'all division. They've been scooting past. They've been winning. You know, what I'm saying that, but you look at it too. Chicago. I mean, Dallas had quarterback had receivers and couldn't get it done. New York doesn't have receivers. They got a run game though. And so I just don't know. But in any case, y'all are clearly in cut. Should be tomorrow after this Monday night game. Y'all should in any poll in which come out in ranking, it should say Philadelphia top of it. As we know, it hasn't been as such in the last 2 weeks. It should, clearly, without a doubt, have that on it. But of course, real quick, get into these stats, and then we can get more to this conversation. Cooper Rush 18 for 38, 181 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Ezekiel Elliott, 13 carries for 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Tony Pollard, 11 for 44. CeeDee Lamb was 2 for 9. CeeDee Lamb also had 5 receptions for 68 yards. Jake Ferguson, 4 receptions, 40 yards, and 1 touchdown. Peyton Hendershot, 2 for 22. Michael Gallup, 2 for 18. Noah Brown, 1 for 10. Uh, it just wasn't too good for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 15 for 25, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, 18 carries for 71 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts was 9 for 27. Kenny Gainwell, 5 for 25. Boston Scott was 6 for 16. AJ Brown, he really did damage. 5 receptions, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Smith, 5 receptions, 44. 5 receptions, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 2 for 22. Jack Stowe, 1 for 21, and Miles Sanders, one one reception for 1 yard. But I think it was more about y'all's defense. Y'all defense showed up and showed out, in my opinion.
That part. That part. That part, Trey.
What Tanya and Bishop, since y'all on the panel, y'all are the
They did.
Philadelphia fans, are Ron too. What do y'all think for Philadelphia going for? Like outside of being fans, what is their ceiling right now after last night's performance?
Oh, here we go with the penalties. Kill the Cowboys. Here we go. Here we go.
What do
Here
y'all
we
think?
go.
What do y'all think is their
Pushing
upside?
the
Who's upside? Our upside or the
keep
Cowboys?
Phillies.
to keep us
Go ahead,
going.
Tanya.
I, the I can't really stop the thing.
You breaking up, Tanya. Yours is choppy. We can't really understand what you're saying. And like it's glitching.
Yeah, I know because you guys are kind of delayed on my side too. But
Okay.
let's go out and go back.
Okay. We still trying to get Tanya. I hear some of the stuff that she's saying. She said we was glitching on her side, but I didn't hear everything else in what she said. I'm gonna answer Trey's question real quick. In regards to what's our upside right now, our defense. Our defense is our upside. There's some things in which we definitely need to do though to um, get the team to we're a first half team right now. We're definitely a first half team. So our upside is definitely our defense in the first half. We definitely got to work on our second half team, our second half game because I think we scored 6 points. Yeah, 6 points in the second half, and that's how it's been thus far leading up into game 6 and going into game 7. We are definitely not a second half team, and when we face a team who's strong in the second half, like a Kansas City or somebody like that, or a Buffalo team and stuff like that, we're gonna catch problems because we can't put up points in the second half. 6 points, we scored 20 in the first. That's a problem. Fortunately enough, it was enough for us to beat Dallas, but Dallas did go on a run. It was 17-20 at one point, and then we hit that last touchdown that put us over the top. I don't know why in the world Nick Sirianni felt the need to go for 2, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Why did we need to go for 2? Either way, but we still came out with the dub. Um, we have a bye this week, so hopefully that gives us the opportunity to get some players who, because we lost Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson went out with a concussion. He left the game, which had me very nervous. We lost a corner in that game on a hand injury. That made me nervous. So I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, we with this bye, we needed this bye. Because we got some injured players that need to recover so we can continuously go on this run, in my opinion. I really feel like that's. But right now, 6-0 looks good, and hopefully we can keep this run alive and keep it going.
It feels good.
It does. Yeah, feels good. Oh, my bad. I thought we was karaoke.
Oh, I
I thought we was
can't do
karaoke
this.
and right for a minute. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Tanya, you there now? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Where else? Who else was that game? Where else was it? What else? Okay, going back. Jaguars and Colts. Jaguars and Colts. Uh, Bishop, I drunk the Kool Aid. You
I'm
know
so
what?
pissed at this game because I just knew the Jaguars was gonna get this dub, and they tricked it off. They tricked it off, bro. They tricked it off. I couldn't believe they tricked that game off, man. I was so upset.
Jaguars 27, Colts 34. Jaguars dropped to 2-4 of the season. Colts moved to 3-2-1 as they're making it slowly but surely. Trevor Lawrence 20 for 22, 165 yards, 1 touchdown, but that wasn't enough. Travis Etienne 10 carries, 86 yards. Jermichael Hasty 3 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown. James Robinson 12 carries, 54 yards. Trevor Lawrence 6 for 23. When it came to receiving, Zay Jones, 5 receptions, 42 yards. Evan Ingram, 5 for 40. Christian Kirk, 4 for 24. Travis Etienne Jr., 2 for 22. Christian Kirk did have a touchdown as well. The Colts, Matt Ryan, 42 for 58. Goodness gracious. 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matty Ice in the building. Deion Jackson picking up the weight for Hines and Taylor. 12 carries for 42 yards with the touchdown. Philip Lindsay, 3 for 7. Michael Pittman Jr., 13 receptions, 134 yards. Deion Jackson, 10 for 79. Paris Campbell, 7 for 57 with a touchdown. Alec Pierce, the rookie, 3 for 49 with a touchdown, his first touchdown of the year. And of course, Jelani Woods, 2 for 27 with a touchdown. Ron Bishop, what was I hear Bishop saying that they messed off the game. Do we see an emergence of the Colts without? Of course, Tanya, if you can hear us as well. Do you hear emergence for the Colts without Jonathan Taylor? Was they just relying too much on Jonathan Taylor, and now they can't rely on him currently, so they're finding ways to win without him?
I don't think they've relied on him all season, which is why they have so many losses.
Mm.
But Deion, I think Deion Johnson.
Yes.
Oh, he slid right in. I wanted to pick him up so bad. He went off.
He did. He did. He did go off. I ain't gonna front. He did.
Of course, next game, the Patriots, New England Patriots, faced off against the Cleveland Browns. I thought the Browns had this for a second, and I
Me
looked up,
too.
I blinked, and I don't know
Cleveland
what happened.
Patriots trash.
The rookie Billy Zapp, 24 for 34, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson, 19 carries for 76 yards plus 2 touchdowns. Tyquan Thornton, 3 for 16 with 1 touchdown. Devontae Park, 4 receptions, 64 yards. Hunter Henry, 4 receptions, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 4 receptions, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 4 and 60 yards. John Smith, 2 and 61. 2 for 61. The Cleveland Browns, Jacoby Brissett, 21 for 45, 266 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Nick Chubb with 12 carries for 56 yards. Kareem Hunt, 4 for 12, and Donovan People-Jones, 1 for 12. Donovan People-Jones with 4 receptions, 74 yards. David Njoku, 3 for 58. Farrell Brown, 2 for 21, and Amari Cooper, 4 for 44, and a touchdown. Are we seeing the Cleveland Browns to be the team in which we thought they were?
Without Deshaun Watson, absolutely. Absolutely. This is kind of what we expected with the Cleveland Browns and why they went and got Deshaun Watson. It's not looking good for the Cleveland Browns. But by the time Deshaun didn't come back into game 11, him not coming back into game 11, it might be too late by then.
Hang it up, huh? Already. Can you hear us, Shania? You're back. All right, continue. Cincinnati. Okay, there you go. With the Bengals, pulled up in who they versus who that, and who they got the best of that with a 30-26 win over the New Orleans Saints. 3-3 on the year now. Since the Saints dropping to 2-4. Joe Burrow, 28 for 37, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Joe Mixon, 8 carries, 45 yards. Joe Burrow, 4 for 25 himself with the touchdown. Samaj P. Ryan, 2 for 5. Jamar Chase, 7 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, he would do that as I said and have traded him away. Oh, no, I didn't trade him. Or did I? No, I didn't trade him. Oh, yes, I did. I did trade him away. Tyler Boyd, 6 receptions, 66 yards. T. Higgins, 6 receptions for 47 yards. Mixing again, 4 receptions for 23 yards with a touchdown. The Saints, Andy Dalton, 7 for 32 for 162 yards with a touchdown. Taysom Hill was 2 for 4 with 16 yards. Alvin Kamara, 19 carries, 99 yards. Mark Ingram Jr., 9 for 46. Rashid Teehee, 1 for 44 yards with a touchdown. Taysom Hill, 5 carries for 39 yards rushing. Traquan Smith, 3 for 43 with a touchdown. Jawan Johnson, 4 for 41. Marquez, 3 for 36. Alvin Kamara, 6 for 25. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, she dropped off. Gentlemen, do we have a situation to where Andy Dalton probably should be the starter for the New Orleans Saints?
So 17 for 32, 162 yards and one TD.
It's nothing
It's
to
not
jump
bad.
at. Yeah.
It's not really nothing to jump at. It really isn't. And I wouldn't say that Jameis is doing terribly bad. I wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if obviously he didn't do. Yeah, obviously Andy Dalton didn't do enough to get the starting position over Jameis.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah. So, but he must have did enough for him to play over Taysom Hill though. So I don't know. I don't know if I would pull the trigger and put Andy over Jameis.
So a lot of stuff in which I seen Bishop and Orion is that there's a supposedly their head coach Allen it's being said that he's a good coordinator, but he's not head coach material, making bad decisions and things of that nature. Uh, which is that a fair something fair to say to put him in to say that about him or put him in that category? Doesn't shouldn't he be given the opportunity as a head coach?
Whose opportunity?
Allen, the head coach for New Orleans Saints.
Ooh. Ooh. Are you saying he should be fired?
No. I don't think he should be fired. I was saying, do you think is it at a point to where it said that supposedly where he's everyone's calling saying that he's a good coordinator, but he's not head coach material. Is that fair to say about him?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That, I mean, that's a good call because he's not. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to give him the opportunity to see what he can do.
True that. True that. Okay, so St. Time's back. All right, she's back in the building. Got her in. Uh, and I mean, when do y'all say, bringing this to the discussion, when do y'all see as a good time for, especially for a brand new head coach, when is it seen as like, okay, enough is enough, like, or is there a point to where as a head coach, i.e. we see what happened to Urban Meyer last year, when is this seen, deemed as enough is enough and it's time to go ahead and move on from a coach in their first year?
I mean, if you're
Ooh.
not bringing anything to the table, your team is not doing anything. Then what is the why keep sticking around and trying to improve something that you can't fix? You've already seen what it is that you can't really do, and y'all not moving and shaking. Maybe your time is up. You done got too old. Just let it go.
Hmm. Ron, you was about to say?
I would say if they when they lose the locker room, because you could be and whatever, but if your guys is coming out there fighting for you every Sunday and believing in you,
Dan Campbell type. Because Dan Campbell was losing left and right, but he seemingly had his locker room. His locker room stood behind him. But then you get the Urban Meyer lost locker room, or maybe even the Matt Rule lost locker room, and those are the ones that basically. But Matt Rule had some years. Like Urban Meyer didn't have. He didn't even make it out. What game? 3 games, 4 games.
Mm-mm.
Uh, so let's see what the team has better. Okay, Eric says when the team was better before you came.
That's a good point.
The same thing happened to Josh McDaniels. Uh, but of course, like I said, it happens. Moving on to another game. This game in which I thought this is ridiculous. The Buccaneers, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh. I know some Pittsburgh Steelers fans out there. I guess y'all can stand up now, even though it's still the little Dizzle 2-4. Uh, but they did get the W, winning 20-18 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dropping Tampa Bay to 3-3. Tom Brady, 25 for 40, 243 yards, 1 touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 21 yards rushing with 63 carries. 21 carries with 63 yards rushing. Rashad White, 4 for 12. Chris Godwin, 6 for 95. Mike Evans, 4 for 42. Fournette, 6 of 38 with a touchdown. K. Otten, 2 for 23. Moving on to the Steelers. Kenny Pickett, 11 for 18 before he exited the game, 67 yards with the touchdown. Mitch Trubisky comes in 9 for 12, not bad, 144 yards, 1 touchdown. Maybe he needed a wake-up call. Najee Harris, 14 carries, 42 yards. Kenny Pickett, 2 for 16. Deontay Johnson, 2 for 8. Chase Claypool, 7 receptions, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. Najee Harris, 2 receptions, 7 yards, 1 touchdown. 2 for Connor Hayward, 49. DH Johnson, 5 for 28. In this game, of course, we can continue to look at the fact of Tomlin has 15 consecutive years of winning with a record equal or basically no losing seasons. And now he's on the cusp of what could potentially be, even though it's still early, 2-4, they can make a comeback in this. Is Trubisky the possibility, the key to this? Maybe he made it a wake up call, or do we still continue to keep Kenny Pickett at the helm? 18.
Pickett had a concussion, or he just
Uh,
got injured.
he got, I think he sustained a concussion.
Mhm.
I don't want to watch Trubisky play football no more, y'all. I think he's gonna be like the Fitzpatrick, you know, um, of the new era that just travels and jumps to team and
Yeah.
can do amazing things that he did this past weekend. But it's great to see it. But I don't want to get ready to watch him start another game. But we're gonna have to. It's gonna be the
What
complete
Mm-hmm.
opposite next game.
what's to
Yep.
be said? What's to be said for Tom Brady? Uh,
Tom need to go ahead and let it go. That's just what it is. He gotta let it go. I think I seen somebody in the comments say that he was taking his aggression out, and he is, and he need to
mm.
just go ahead and be done with that.
So
Anthony is wrong.
one of the things in which the coach Todd Bowles said is he's like, I got a bunch of players that are living off the Super Bowl in fantasy land. Like, you know what I'm saying, going off of, so how long, how far is it that you can carry the memory of a Super Bowl with you as fuel? Or does that fuel, does that fuel lose
Well,
octane?
well, dang! I wish Bishop was here so we could ask the Cowboys fans. I think it's like 2 decades.
Well, you know what? We have an Eagles fan right here 2 years ago, 2 years, 3 years removed from the Super Bowl. Tanya, as Eagles fans, do y'all still sit and think about, okay, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl?
I
Or,
mean, it was dope to win because we hadn't won in a minute. We haven't been to
uh-huh,
the Super Bowl in a while, right? But
yeah.
we gotta progress from that. We need to figure out what we can do next. And obviously, last season we didn't really have a good season, but this year we beefed it up and we coming back. So we're not living in that old Super Bowl moment. We trying to progress and keep forward. So we don't do like the Cowgirls do. They kind of hold on to it. We just kind of let it go and try to move forward. So
So
Hey,
it's what it said from the cow. It's unfortunate, but you know how long has it been since the Cowboys won the championship? Snook, I mean Cornelius, you still there? Uh, you know what? It's a lot of teams that still live on that because even I find myself having to have to
yeah,
shake that. But we haven't won, but we've been twice in the last 4 or 5 years for the 49ers. The Eagles been in the last four or
mm-hmm,
5 years. Like 95, goodness gracious.
mm-hmm.
I
yeah. I was
just
gonna
got
say
out
my
of high
bad. It's
school.
Yeah,
3 decades ago, not
this has
two.
been a minute. Wow.
Wow, for real. You took the words right about my I was like about to say, wow, I didn't realize it had been that long. And
Mm-hmm.
then and then not to even when what, the first round? Haven't gotten out the first round? Is that what it's been?
Yep. That's terrible.
But yet we still call them America's team.
Well, I don't know if they feel like that today. They might not feel that way.
Applewhite
And
with the five, we still got 5 rings.
Teams,
oh no. But they
five
have to see
chips.
us again though.
Yeah, that is
We'll
true.
be in
Yeah.
Dallas.
Ooh.
And I will actually be there for that game.
Oh, you going to that game? Pulling up,
Absolutely.
tapping in.
Yes.
Don't fight nobody. It's gonna be
I'm
fun
gonna
with
be
that.
nice. I'm gonna be good. But I will be there. I'll be in the building.
It's wild. I'm scared of that game. We're gonna lift up prayers for you, man. Because that's the thing that's been driving me crazy. I'm just like, y'all do know that y'all have to go back and play them, and it's
hmm
probably gonna be an important game that
It is.
decides the playoff rankings. And
Absolutely.
Philly just disrespected them on everywhere, every platform. No, oh,
Yeah, but I gotta agree with Bishop. Like we're not a second half team. We go hard in the first half, and in the second half we kind of get too comfortable and fall off. So if they change that momentum and be prepared, then maybe we can kind of keep it flowing all the way through.
And so with looking at the game last night, I seen it. I was like, you know what? I think Dallas is going to make a run or make a push in the second half. I think it would have been detrimental to Philadelphia had they not gotten the ball at the beginning. They it was able to keep that momentum or kill the momentum from Dallas from the first half and getting the ball back. So but to sit up and give up those points in 27, but like I said, defense wins ball games, offense sells tickets, and it
Mhm.
was really the defense really did stand up and do what they have to do and cause a problem uh for Philadelphia, for Dallas. Not to mention, I don't think the rush was the moment too big for Rush. Do y'all think?
Absolutely. It was. It
Yeah,
definitely was.
I know
Hmm.
Bishop kept bringing up the Rams game, but you
Uh
got to
huh.
remember when the Cowboys played in Rams, it was probably 80% Cowboy
Yeah.
capacity in it. That was a Cowboys home game, so this was his first like welcome to the league, buddy.
Hmm.
Ain't nothing like playing in a hostile environment, and you know.
And I'm sure it was hostile out
Oh
there.
yeah, I was gonna say you. Yeah. So I mean, it was unfortunate. And like Applewhite saying, oh, he'll be in the building for that game.
Okay.
So,
Ooh,
I
so
see you.
so it's like yeah, so you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying, in case there's always in every sport there's always a team that everyone loves to hate. And it's just so happened in NFL it's the Cowboys currently. But Philadelphia's getting there because no one likes to sit up and everyone likes misery likes company. And
They
with
do.
the Philadelphia being the only undefeated team, we already know how that's going to go. Everyone finna start jumping on the Philly bandwagon or finna jump off the Philly hate wagon and be like, oh, they're not like I said, they're not playing anyone. They ain't got nobody. It was very advantageous. Brown making those. He was being. I don't know who was Golden Brown. I don't know what was going on. The cornerback that's playing AJ Brown, but that
Hmm.
defense, man, that's all I can say. Bradbury and Slay are exactly as advertised.
They are. But listen, we always been the underdog, so we used to it. But somehow we seem to elevate and come on top.
It's yeah, it is. It was. Did it disappoint? I mean, of course, it didn't disappoint Tanya or Bishop because their team run. Ron, you and I mean, Ron's from Philly too, so I mean, but from a aspect of an NFL fan, did that game disappoint? Even though it wasn't as many fireworks as we would have expected.
I wouldn't say the game. It was the Cowboys. They disappointed.
Hmm. Yeah.
One game that disappointed me. I don't know how the hell this happened, but it happened. The 49ers traveled to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons, the Dirty Birds, uh, and were maybe it's because we didn't have Bosa, but in any case, next man up, Jimmy Garoppolo was 29 for 41, 296 yards, two touchdowns, two interceptions. Jeffrey Wilson, 7 carries for 25 yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, 311 for himself. Debo Samuel, 2 for 11. Brandon Ayuk came up, showed up and showed out. 8 receptions, 83 yards, two touchdowns. George Kittle was 8 for 83. Here we go with
I know it
Eric.
didn't rain. Eric, I was just saying the same thing. I know it wasn't raining.
It
What
was
the
not.
It was not raining. I
Hey,
know that.
hey, 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 that's not what we go to do. That is not what we go to do this morning. You know what? You know what? I take that. I humble myself. Yes, it wasn't raining. True, it wasn't raining. Kyle Juszczyk with 4 for 33. The Falcons. Marcus Mariota did his thing. 13 for 14, 129 yards, two touchdowns. Caleb Huntley 6 for 59. Marcus Mariota six carries for 50 yards with a touchdown. He showed us a couple of wheels, showing that he still could wheel around the corners. 15, like he was still playing back in Oregon. 15 carries for 51 from Tyler Algier. Uh, Zacchaeus, 4 receptions, 58 yards. Mike Kyle Pitts, 3 receptions, 19 yards, one touchdown. Drake London, 3 for 40. As like I said again, the Atlanta Falcons were victorious, winning 28-14. Just when I thought San Francisco was going to make a comeback and tied it up, I was like, okay, time for this to get right again.
So I didn't actually
We
catch that
started.
game, but we can definitely talk about it. What happened to your Niners though? I didn't catch that one yesterday.
We lost.
I
We
like it,
I
lost.
Tiny.
see
Go,
that.
come for his head. I like it. Come for
Really?
his head.
Like,
Come for his head. What about them 49ers? Come for his head.
So what? It's cool because you know what. If you remember last year, I think
hmm
was it Philly who we was battling with to get into it. We needed
It
y'all.
was. Yes.
We needed y'all
Hmm.
to lose, but y'all didn't lose. But we had to win our game in order to get into the playoffs. And once we
Right.
got to the playoffs, and we ended up making it to the NFC Championship game where we probably
Hmm.
wasn't supposed to be. So again,
But that
last
was
year.
last year. Hmm.
Yes, we just haven't talked about that. You are right. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the past. We did just have that conversation. So what I will say is lessons learned, and all this is a lesson that in the NFL should have learned last year. Y'all counted us out last year, and we showed up like Candyman 3 times in the window. Candyman, 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 and we pulled up. We popped up. So I'm cool with it. 3-3. We
You
gonna
got
get
no
our
choice
feeling
but to
back.
be cool with it. You act like you got a choice. You ain't got no choice in it. You have to
I
take
mean,
it.
I do think that y'all will make a snap back, but
Yes.
I
but
mean,
we done lost 2 games that we shouldn't have lost. We lost to
that,
we
and that's
lost
what
to
I'm
Atlanta
saying.
and we lost to Chicago. And technically we
Exactly.
lost to Denver. We should be sitting at the same place where Philadelphia's sitting at right now.
Oh
But
no! Oh no! This is coming from the
He
dude.
said you taking it a little
Lies.
bit too far
Here
right
we
there.
go.
Lies.
Now you should
Here
have
we
won
go.
yesterday's game,
Lies.
but sitting in the
Yeah.
same spot.
No, don't
let's not act like so.
don't put yourself in the boat with us.
We lost to
Y'all ain't in our arc. Y'all get
for
y'all little
one
paddle boat.
for
Get y'all
one
little paddle boat.
for
Y'all
one.
ain't with us.
Before yesterday, we had a better defense than Philadelphia. We had a better defense than every team in the NFL. Honestly, we was the number one defense in the NFL before
Stop the
yesterday.
blasphemy. Stop the blasphemy.
Now,
Stop the
what has
blasphemy.
happened is, yeah, we're 3-3. Y'all 3-6-0,
Yeah,
and
don't. Yeah, we got that only 6-0 out there, baby.
you're only 6-0.
Thank
So
you, Eric. Eric, you already know, Eric.
Right. Blah, blah,
see,
blah.
so right now, y'all can talk because Philadelphia, I mean, is the top team in the NFL, presumably, allegedly, and most likely.
What?
There's a lot of words going before what it is.
What?
Just say what it is.
Yeah, stop
And
giving all these other.
the Minnesota Vikings are doing their thing. So 5-1 division. The winner, they're currently leading their division. Y'all currently leading y'all division.
That part.
I'll be quiet.
Hold on. Actually,
I'll stop talking.
Hold on. We're not leading our division. We're leading
the NFL.
Thank you. That's just our division. Make sure you add the NFL in part. In that
Right.
What goes up must go down.
It ain't gonna happen here, buddy.
That's
Guess
what I'm saying.
Guess what? We're gonna be in the same spot this week too. Because guess what? We got to buy.
Y'all got to buy.
So we going in with a whole another week. We'll take it.
So
we got 2 weeks to talk like this. 2 weeks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Take it all in. But again, like I said, unfortunate turn of events. The Jets and Packers, Aaron Rodgers now is pleading to his coach, let's simplify the offense. That's all he asked for. The Jets victorious 27-10. The Jets are 4-2. Like, this is wild.
Which is surprising because I mean, like, I said that coming out of my mouth. I was like, "Ooh, did that just come out of my mouth? 4-2? Good Lord, did I just say that?" Yeah, they are 4-2.
Zach Wilson, 10 for 18, 110 yards. Breece Hall, let's go, 20 carries, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Michael Carter contributed with 6 carries for 41 yards. Braxton Berrios with a touchdown as well from a 20-yard run. Corey Davis, 2 for 52. CJ Uzomah, 2 for 17. Tyler Conklin, 1 for 16. Braxton Berrios, 1 for 6. Carter, 1 for 6. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers, 26 for 41, 246 yards with a touchdown. Jordan Love got in 2 for 4 with 8 yards. A.J. Dillon, 10 for 41. Aaron Jones, 9 for 19. Robert Tonyan, 10 receptions, 90 yards. Alan Lazard, 4 for 76. You know, Aaron Rodgers is starting to have a problem when his tight end is his leading receiver.
He's been there. Oh, you said it's tight end. No.
Yeah. Robert Tonyan has been there. Like, that's the most seasoned person in which he has been with him outside of Randall Cobb. But of course, Randall Cobb isn't the Cobb in which he was before. And now, you know what I'm saying, we having problems. So Aaron Rodgers, would y'all say Aaron Rodgers is in trouble? Is Green Bay in trouble?
Green Bay needs to, I don't know. They need to revamp their whole stats. I gotta agree with Eric. They are trash this year. They're normally up there and they're doing pretty good, but this year I don't know what's happening with them. They really need to figure something out.
I totally agree with you. I have to say, Trey, you called that one. You said Aaron Rodgers wasn't gonna be the Aaron Rodgers without Devontae.
Yeah, and they didn't find no replacements. Because I said the same thing about my man Patrick Mahomes, but seemingly they found replacements, and I didn't take in consideration. Just as we talked about Bishop, Andy Reid. Like, I didn't know Andy Reid was that dude like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very sure y'all miss him. In which
we do
a lot.
So it's so that's but like Aaron is just showing like he doesn't have. But I again, and Ron, if you can hear us, it does. I don't know if it makes sense because we haven't got to that game yet. But I continue to say Cooper Kupp is doing damage without certain people. He's a problem, you know what I'm saying? And he still has his quarterback. He's a problem. So why is it that Aaron Rodgers, if your skill is your skill, is it safe to say if your skill is your skill, you should be able to do should be able to be accomplishing feats regardless of who you have?
He
You
should be, but it's
should
just
you be
not
making
happening.
your person better in state, or is it? Do you? I mean, being that football is a team sport, you need
Well,
counterparts and
well, we just
buddies. You
talked
know.
about, but we just talked about it earlier when we talked about Lamar, right? Don't
Okay,
did we say
true
Lamar
that.
need
True
help?
that. But it
Lamar is
does.
the
But
most
does that
savvy
mean
athlete.
Lamar ain't that person we thought he
No,
is?
that doesn't mean that.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that. All that just means Lamar can't do it by himself.
Right.
He needs a tandem. He's Batman. He needs a Robin, Batgirl, whatever you want. He needs something. He needs something. I'm just saying, man. So I do. Don't get me wrong. Like I know I said that Aaron Rodgers was going to still be Aaron Rodgers, even though Devontae left. And then we see Devontae go over to Las Vegas, and him and Carr ain't doing nothing, which I expected them to kind of flourish because them two played together as teammates in college. But unfortunately, that's not panning out. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers definitely needs somebody. I hear what Anthony talking about. He should stop crying because he took the money. Anybody, it ain't
That
always
part.
about
True
the money.
that.
But his
Because
jail
Always
just
about
ain't
the
gelling
money,
right
bro.
now. He definitely needs somebody to help him out. It ain't gelling
Right.
right now.
Right.
That's just what it is.
But it's like it's cool to what y'all just said. He took the money. Like he could have used that money. That money could have been used to bring in
bringing
somebody.
somebody else.
Or maybe he
True.
overplayed more, or maybe he overplayed his flex, believing that okay, me and Devontae, and the whole time Devontae sitting in the background like, wait, I got something for him. And
Right.
so you know what I'm saying, you took the money, 3 years, 50 million a year, you the $50 million man.
That's the problem. See, they need a receiver who can catch the ball out there in Green Bay, and they don't have that. And then you saying Lamar got Andrew. Your quarterback's main receiver cannot be a tight end.
They can't.
Cannot.
You gotta have some
You
supplement
got to
or
have somebody else.
your tight end should be supplementing those receivers or equal.
That
Yeah.
It
part.
shouldn't be the key.
He shouldn't be the key receiver for your team. The tight end is not built to be your number one receiver. Does it happen? Yes, because we know Kelsey is that dude for Patrick the Great. We get it. But that's not how it should be.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's not how it should be. The tight end should be maybe third or fourth receiver on your team, not the number one. There's no way he's there to block first, be a tight end second. Actually, I mean to catch second. He's there to help out. And Mark Andrews, which he's doing his thing out there. I'm not gonna lie, Mark is balling out there in Baltimore, but he needs help.
So just like another one, which I would say, Eric called it. We laughed at him. We laughed at his drafting and all that type of stuff. We laughed. We snickered. We chuckled. Minnesota Vikings, 5-1. 5-1
Who beat
Minnesota
them?
Vikings. Huh?
Who beat him?
That was I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there.
Are we steady talking about who the Eagles ain't played nobody yet? The Eagles ain't played nobody yet. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're doing there. Minnesota Vikings 24-16 over Miami Dolphins, hobbled Miami Dolphins, but
Here we go.
everyone's professional.
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying everyone's
We said
professional.
we'll be ourselves.
Everyone's a professional, and every team's a professional. Every team has the same opportunity to create a good team.
Teddy ain't that dude.
Kirk Cousins, 20 for 30, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook, 13 carries, 77 yards with the touchdown. Alexander Madison, 1 for 3. Justin Jefferson, 6 receptions, 107 yards. Adam Thielen, 4 for 36 with a touchdown. Irv Smith, the rookie tight end, 4 for 7 with a touchdown. KJ Osborne, 3 for 18. The Dolphins, Teddy Bridgewater, 23 for 34, 329, 2 touchdowns, unfortunately 2 interceptions. Skylar Thompson, 7 for 13 with 89 yards, leaving with the injury. Raheem Mostert, 14 carries, 49 yards. Teddy Bridgewater, 1 for 10. Tyreek Hill, 12 receptions, 177 yards. Jalen Waddle, 6 receptions, 129 yards. Mike Gesicki, 6 receptions, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day. But it just wasn't enough as the Minnesota Vikings were victorious, able to pull it out. Off topic, I want to take a moment to thank Trey 49ers for letting K Picks finally score. All my life.
Listen, I'm actually proud of the Miami Dolphins this season, though.
Yeah, I would say that. I would second that, Tanya. I would
Wait,
definitely
wait,
say that.
Tanya, don't wait, wait, Tanya, don't wait. See,
Tua,
don't,
Tua,
see,
Tua.
this
If Tua,
dude
you know
here and
what?
this cool stuff, man. Don't do
Let's
that,
let's let's keep it real, Bishop. Let's keep
don't
it
do
real.
that, man.
Hindsight,
Please
right?
don't do that.
Hindsight
This dude
2020.
here, bro.
Hindsight
This
2020. If Tua was still upright,
here we go.
we might be having a different conversation when we're talking about y'all might have some trouble. Even though y'all undefeated, y'all probably would still wouldn't get that number one rank.
Oh, see,
But
But
Tanya.
see, so okay, so listen,
See,
no,
this
I
why.
but
wasn't I wasn't going in that angle with it
See,
because
okay,
I have to disagree with you, but I am proud of what they pushing out this season because they I don't know. They could be in there.
yeah, that's what all it is. They get back. Bridgewater got to get back to what he do for the most part. It was unfortunate his situation that took him out. Now Tua, he's out. They're holding him out, even though he was cleared. They've been holding him out. So maybe you know what I'm saying we might see something again, a little something again, a little something something. When you
Mhm.
talk about the Carolina Panthers, I know Carolina is your husband's team,
Oh
Tanya.
no, yeah,
Uh,
she said, "Oh no."
yes.
Woo!
Boy, they looking like
Carolina.
Listen,
garbage, hot garbage.
the conversations in our house have been very heated.
I can
Yeah,
I
it's
can
Wow,
not.
Carolina, unfortunate demise to the Los Angeles Rams. 24-10. Carolina 1-5 on the year. I hear you, the standing. Keep pounding. Speak up for talk up for your team. To the end you die. Keep pounding. The Rams 3-3. Now Philip Walker, PJ Walker, 10 for 16, 60 yards. Jacob Eason, 3 for 5 with 59 yards and an interception. Christian McCaffrey, 3 carries for 69 yards. There's plenty of talks going on. They shopping Christian McCaffrey. They're listening
but they
to
turned down
deals.
two teams already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they probably doing some they on some Utah type stuff. You know how Utah do in the NBA. They sit up and want everything for one player. Christian Crafty 7 receptions for 89 yards. Ian Thomas 2 for 22. It just was dismal. With the Rams, Matt Stafford 26 for 33, 253 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Darren Henson 12 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Ben Schroederneck 1 carry for 17 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp 7 for 80. Allen Robinson 5 for 63 and a touchdown. Ben Schroederneck 5 for 40. Brandon Powell 4 for 27. As like I said, the Panthers able to go in. I mean, the Panthers pulled up to SoFi, but they can pull away with anything. Uh,
my man said keep pounding, but they not pounding right now though.
They not pounding.
I don't know
They are
what's
not.
happening. You
They
know,
are
but I
not.
do think the new interim coach that they got that they brought up in here, I can see him, making a change. He might be doing something different. I think I
yeah.
can see that. He should have been, given an opportunity a long time ago. I don't know why they waited so long to give him an opportunity, but I do think that he's going to shake some stuff up. I don't know how much in order for them to make it some type of comeback, but nah.
Uh, who's hot seemingly again? Who we should have thought they were? We would have thought differently at this point. The Seattle Seahawks 3-3. The Arizona Cardinals 2-4 as the Seahawks get that W 19-9 over the beloved Bitches with Love Kyle Murray, 23 for 37, 222 yards with the interception. Kyle Murray's 10 carries, 100 yards. Eno Benjamin, 5 for 15 for 37. Zach Ertz, 7 for 70. Again, another tight end as your leading reception. Marquise Brown, 5 for 68. Rondell Moore, 6 for 49. 3 field goals, of course. Geno Smith, 20 for
Oh,
31, 197 yards. Kenneth Walker III, 21 carries for 97 yards and a touchdown. Noah Fant, 6 for 45. Dwayne Eskridge, 3 for 39. DK Metcalf, 2 for 34. Marquise Goodwin, 2 for 26. Tyler Blockett was 2 for 17. It was dismal for them for the most part, but they was able to get it taken care of. Name of the game is outscore, score more points than your opponent, in which Seattle did. 3-3 on the season. It's a three-way tie in the NFC West. Uh, of course, more to come in any case. Is Geno Smith surprising, or is this what
no, I will say this.
Mm-mm.
I
Nah.
No, he's not surprising. I think again, we just talked about when it came to Lamar Jackson, when it came to Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray is missing DeAndre Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
He's missing DeAndre Hopkins. Again, he got Hollywood Brown, but that's not enough. He needs DeAndre Hopkins. He need D Hop, and it shows.
Yeah.
I mean, they are abysmal, bro. I mean, not taking anything
For
away from
Seattle.
not taking anything away from Seattle whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy is doing his thing. He's doing enough to getting the job done. It is what it is. He getting dubs. However, Kyler
Yeah.
Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, man, and Cliff Kingsbury, they just can't figure it out right now. And I don't know what it
Nope.
is. I don't know what it is. I feel like he needs D Hop, and I think what D Hop come back next game, right?
Yeah, he should be back. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's done with his 6 game suspension,
Yeah.
so he's
Yep.
back in the fray. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so now, of course, what probably rivaled or could have rivaled y'all's game is it's one of the top games yesterday. Last game, which we
Oh
can talk
yeah.
about, the
Oh yeah.
Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs, of course,
That,
did
that,
not disappoint. The Buffalo
Mm-hmm.
Bills improved to 5-1, the one loss on the year. Kansas City 4-2. Josh Allen 27 for 40, 329 yards, 3 touchdowns. Devin Singletary 17 carries, 85 yards. Josh Allen 12 for 32. Stephon Diggs 10 receptions, 148 yards, 1 touchdown. Gabe Davis 3 for 74, 1 touchdown. Dawson Knox 3 for 37, 1 touchdown. 4 receptions and 22 yards for Devin Singletary. The offense of Buffalo putting it out there, letting them know that they're definitely a problem. Patrick Mahomes, 25 for 40, 338 yards with 2 touchdowns plus 2 interceptions. Of course, some 2 interceptions always issue. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with 9 carries for 33 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 4 for 21. Isaac Pacheco, 2 for 29. Juju Smith-Schuster, 5 receptions, 113 yards, 1 touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 3 for 42 with a touchdown. Travis Kelce, 8 for 108 yards receiving. He was short 3 touchdowns I mean, 4 touchdowns, unlike last week. Jerick McKinnon, 3 for 29, and Sky Moore, 1 for 24. In this game, did we see what we see as potentially, was that the AFC Championship game? Is that what we just seen?
Mm. I
possibly.
mean, yeah, it could have been an upset. Anthony, I agree with you though. Because I don't know what's up with wins. But yeah, it could have been.
It could have been, yeah. It's possible that could be an AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of the games in which I expected to be a good game, which it completely
Mm-hmm.
was. But I would say this though, right? I say as I was watching that game,
Mm-hmm.
you saw, in my opinion, you saw two quarterbacks that are pretty much identical
Mm-hmm.
in Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. The only thing is, I feel like Josh Allen has a slight edge over Patrick Mahomes in athleticism. That dude there, Josh Allen, is, because Patrick came in first. Josh Allen is the next Patrick Mahomes.
Mm.
That dude is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
I can see that.
when he plays, bro, you on the edge of your seat. He has no fear. If he feels like he needs that first down and he has to go in his 2nd and 8, and he sees contact's about to happen at that 8-yard line, he's gonna take that contact, absorb that contact to get
Yeah.
that yard. He gonna do that. That's just Josh Allen. He is fearless. The boy, he's a bad man. I cannot say, like, I can't state that enough. Josh Allen is that dude, man, and I like his gameplay. I truly like his gameplay. He plays phenomenal. He plays with a lot of heart, and he doesn't get rattled.
Mm-mm.
He doesn't get rattled. This dude comes out and plays his heart out, and they beat Kansas City in Kansas City. That's a
Right.
hard.
Yeah,
That's hard to
that's
do.
tough.
In Arrowhead. That's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? So mad shouts out to Buffalo, man. Buffalo, another team. What, ain't they 5-1 as well?
5-1,
Yeah.
yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Another 5-1 team. team, man. They
And
knock
so
it off.
that's just like y'all was saying. This is, saying we've seen Josh Allen coming for a while. You know, what I'm saying it's like he hasn't been noticed, and he's really started to show up. Of course, it goes to show that you have to continue at your continue. No different from Jalen Hurts for the most part. As much as I hate to say it, that again, saying another player that getting the opportunities, you get those opportunities, you start to build on it. You just need the right people in front of you or with you, and showing you the way, and it can be beneficial. Of course, tonight's game, the Denver Broncos take on the San Diego Chargers in a game in which maybe two teams that are going opposite ways. In any case, what are your picks for tonight? Who y'all think? Is it Denver, or is it Russ? Is it Sierra in them, or is it going to be does Herbert get another win tonight for the Chargers?
My gosh, I gotta roll with my Sierra in them because I like him.
You rolling with who? Who you say?
My Sierra in them. I like him. I like him. Who you got?
I gotta run with. I'm running with. I gotta run with them Chargers, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Herbert is
Herbert.
What we was just talking about. Allen. I think Herbert is that next person up.
I gotta run with Justin, man. I think Justin gonna get it done tonight.
Hey, Mike.
I like Russell. Don't get me wrong. I like Russell. I like what he's doing over there in Denver. But I just feel like I don't know. I think they need.
I mean, I don't really feel like he's a good fit over there, but I do think that he, because he been off since he's been there. But I do think that he can pull it up and bring some stuff over there to them a little bit. He just need a squad that's gonna roll with him.
That part, I agree. I agree. Who you? We didn't get Ron. We gotta get Ron's.
I had to get Ron.
You said you taking the Chargers too?
The Chargers. I'm definitely taking the Chargers. So, as we know, of course, if you hear that music, that means you're getting close to getting out here. But first, of course, like you said, we first got on here, we said sis. We can refer to Tanya as our sis. Of course, if y'all don't know or didn't know, Tanya is a intricate, very much a intricate, the brainchild, the visionary, as we call her, as she's been called, for the ALP Enterprise. Again, as you know. So, Tanya, talk to us a little bit about that. Tell us for the people who don't know.
So Alpha Lambda Psi Enterprises consisted of Alpha Lambda Psi Military Spouses Sorority, which is the first ever Greek letter organization for military spouses. And then I jumped out on a limb and I started a fraternity, not knowing how I could lead men, but I just jumped out there and did it. And then we all came together and formulated the enterprise. So we just kind of go out here and do our thing, and I love it.
So when you say do our thing, what are the things in which you do?
So we actually work in the veteran community as well as the military spouses community. We've done some amazing things on the background of military spouses. I'm not sure if the spouses have actually checked their ID cards, but we actually was the forefront of changing that from dependent to spouses, because we're nobody's dependent. We're spouses and we hold our own down just as well as our husbands do. And as far as the fraternity, we out here in the veteran community. We have a youth program that we work with and mentor little boys to help them get things together and teach them how to be men and not go out here and follow down in gangs, as well as providing jobs for our veterans when they leave the military.
Okay.
Nice.
How long has the ALP? Oh, go ahead.
No, you about to ask the question. How long have you been established?
So the sorority has been around for 5 years, and the fraternity has been around for 4. There'll be 5 this upcoming April.
Okay, that sounds similar to a certain organization which I know of, April. So I know, of course, I was just what event do y'all have that's coming up in Virginia?
So we actually have our fall crossing. Every November we do a joint crossing with the enterprise. So we have our fall crossing coming in November in the 757. I'm going to be held at the Virginia Beach Convention Center. We have a weekend of activities. We actually bought out the theater. We have a private screening for Black Panther on that Friday. And then we got a lot of we'll be on a radio station. The radio will be out there broadcasting. So we got an array of events going on that particular weekend.
Can we get a little insight to the regular events which is going on? I know I just seen one of the graphics which y'all put with the DJ that y'all gonna have.
So DJ Hip is our DJ for the weekend.
Okay.
He is a 5.1 in Virginia and out in Atlanta. So he'll be our DJ for the weekend. We actually have a young lady by the name of Miss Aaliyah Georges coming through to speak to our youth. She is a photographer, a young entrepreneur. She does marketing, YouTube. She does it all. So we have her coming in and speak to our youth. And then of course we're gonna end the weekend with our crossing, a joint crossing. So that's gonna be hot. So if you're in the 757 surrounding areas, you need to be in the building.
That's what's up, man. I love it. That's what's up, man.
So the last thing from a personal aspect, if y'all, for those who know or pay attention or follow Tanya, she has a certain affinity for one particular artist. Tanya, who's this artist in which just sit up and look at it? She's already blushing and going like, "What artist is it?" And it's not who y'all think it is. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it's just some people would think it would be Beyonce maybe or somebody. No, that's not who it is. Tanya, who is this particular artist?
Erykah Badu, that's my boo.
Okay. Everybody likes some Erykah Badu.
My boo.
Yes, boy. Yeah, Erykah Badu.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I love me some Erykah.
Yes.
So,
yes, they try to keep me from her when I come to Dallas.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like what is it about Erykah that has you in her corner like that?
So I think actually when I was in a really dark place years ago,
okay, I figured that. Okay.
I kind of leached on to her first album, and it kind of pushed me to another level of eclecticness that I kind of fell in love with. I know I don't really dress like neo soul and Afrocentric, but actually I am. If you ever came into my home, you would see that there's sage and incense and candles burning everywhere. I have a prayer sanctuary, so I'm very much moon, stars, solar, all of that. That's me. You just don't see me projected out in the forefront.
Okay.
Wait,
so I'm assuming you done been to a few of her concerts, huh?
I go to every concert.
Woo!
I follow her everywhere she goes.
That's what's up, man.
Say
that is
less.
What's up.
That is.
I like that. That's a true supporter.
Oh, for real. Have you ever had an opportunity to meet with her, chop it up with her?
I have a couple of times. However, when I get in front of her, I kind of freeze up and I cry.
Wow,
Tanya freezes up.
That's what I'm saying. For real, that would have been like not
It's a couple of pictures surfing around the internet where me and her are face to face. She's talking to me and I'm just stuck, can't move, crying. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep. That's crazy. I've always been interested or wondered why does that happen? Because think about all the years in which people freeze up in front of with Elvis or the Beatles or Michael Jackson and all that type of stuff. So it's interesting to sit up and to wonder how does that person or a group or whatever it is could have that impact. But of course, like she just said, it helped her, you know what I'm saying? And when you sit up and think about that, it puts forth the effort. You don't even know you had an impact on my life, and you had an impact on my life. And you helped me through some stuff. So it's saying this and speaking to Tanya and hearing that, I can kind of understand. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a difference because in my mind, I'll be thinking I'm not fit to do this for nobody. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? But then I don't know. I might just come across that person where I'm like, yo, you would not believe how many times I heard you or your music or yada 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 yada, in which it, you know what I'm saying, that emotion is enacted. So yes, resonation of the emotion. Yeah. That's crazy. So
that's cool though. I like it. I mean, for you to be vulnerable in front of her and show your emotions to her, I'm sure that speaks volumes about you. And I'm sure that was a huge compliment to her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That she has that such an impact, like Trey said.
Oh yeah, she actually has some of pieces of my clothing. Of course, I get a lot of my clothes made. So when I do go to the shows and have the opportunity to meet her, if I have something on and she likes it, I just kind of give it to her.
Oh, nice! That's what's up, man. That's real hot.
That's how you networks and bonds, and next thing you know, we start seeing IG posts and stuff like that. And
she will be at a ALP.
I was about to say, enterprise event.
Have you seen her wear some of your stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
Yes,
that's major cool. That's major cool. I like it, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. If y'all don't know, y'all better recognize that M-Glow stuff. You know, what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. It's a whole different type of vibe. You know, what I'm saying, that y'all don't know because we get caught up a lot of time in the specific with the Greek letters and the Divine 9 and all that type of stuff.
She got her people on here.
Yeah, AFB 50.
Tiffany Benjamin.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole pod. So we greatly appreciate, you know what I'm saying, all the people that kept on, everyone that tapped in with us, all the high speeds this morning. Y'all know where to find us every morning, Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours. You never know who we'll have on. You'll never know where the conversation goes. Sometimes it goes like it's about a whole different array of things. Sports is, in my opinion, it resonates certain things in people, men, women, in any case, it's all relatable and adaptable. So you never know what this conversation or what the conversations could turn in. It's been some stuff that we done talked about on here. And so sometimes people are come forth and, you know, say transparent. I like to be transparent a lot of times. So, but it's always a vibe here, you know what I'm saying? We greatly appreciate Tanya getting on. Tanya, of course, please feel free to come on anytime. Except for when you got that record. Like, you know, I can assure y'all with that record, because Bishop got 6-0 right now, but when that record says 6-4 or
it won't.
When it gets
Bishop,
to
you
11,
going with me to the game in Dallas? What you gonna do? You going to the game?
Hey, man, I can make that happen. You know what I'm saying?
there
I can
we go
definitely
with
make
this.
it happen. I definitely can make that happen.
when that
What's
record
over,
back there says 11-6
that's
at
fine.
the end of the season,
That's fine. I don't see us doing that, but
It won't happen, but okay.
Yeah. Like Tanya, I don't see that happening, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's your story. You tell it how you want to tell it.
Right.
I'm just saying, okay, see, that's that whether it make you laugh or make you cry, or what's that? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, Mr. Hunt.
Man,
What's up?
you know, that old rascally rabbit don't matter. We got the gun right now. We good.
Mm-hmm. See, like you said, everyone's a real gangster till a gangster walk in the room. But yes, man, we can do. I can do analogies all day long. I got a bad clue. But again, like I said, greatly appreciate y'all rocking with us. Y'all know where to catch us every time. Feel free to reach out if you ever want to get up. We try to keep it to where we do a lot of veteran stuff or some veteran related stuff. But of course, not saying anything in which we're talking about veteran communities or moving forth and have a conversation. You want to chop it up a bit? You can talk sports a little bit. Hey, sports is a wide array. It could be anything, bocce ball, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Pickleball. It's funny you say pickleball. Pickleball. We got a pickleball set at work, and they be like, "Trey, you gonna do a tournament?" Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know nothing about no damn pickleball. I'm not but I hope ain't no one from our job listening. But in any case, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Tanya, Bishop, any last words before we get up out of here?
Go ahead, Tanya.
No, just keep watching my Eagles. We in there.
That's it, man.
6-0.
6-0, baby, and steady striving.
You know what that put me in the mind of? That put me in the mind of my man who could have got the money, but he wanted to have a job. He wanted to have an opportunity to have dinner with Jay-Z. All the things that Tanya could have said, and that's what she would have said with that platform. And she stood up and saying, "Watch my Eagles."
Watch my
Eagles. You already know what it is, baby. Mm-hmm. But hey, man, we thank y'all so much for tuning in to First Formation. We are on here every day, Monday through Friday, from 0900 to 1100 hours. And for you civilian personnel, that's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, the Lestans, the Anthony, the Tiffany's, the Erics, these CC's, Marcus Gardner, Richard AP, all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Even the ones who showed up specifically because of Eagles. That's how y'all
man, don't hate. That's hate is real, bro.
We ain't seen Horn. I ain't seen Alvin. I ain't seen these cats. And then all of a sudden,
they pop up when it's right, baby. They pop up when it's right.
Here they come out. Here they Homer Simpson out the shrubs. That's what it is.
And get my cam on real quick.
They gonna come. They gonna mess around. They gonna come back. Watch. They gonna end up coming back when and they gonna have on take off Eagles heads and put on Philly peas. I like, come on, man.
Hey, man, this is what it is, man. Don't hate on the game, man. Join the team, man. Join the team. Come on over, man.
That's what we're not.
We got room for you.
You already
got room for you. Come on over.
Even if I had my Laker and Dodgers stuff, I said pull that up right now. That's not what we
greatly appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Y'all have a great Monday. Enjoy your weekend. We will see y'all tomorrow. Until then, be easy. Sorry, Military Fraternity Incorporated. We out. Peace.